Thanks. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Good to see you back on a Sunday. In a last session today, a bit of a difficult situation for me to be in the last session. It's been wonderful, like 9, 10 sessions with you guys. And I think today I want to give you the maximum value addition that you can get about the course, about what we have studied till yet, any doubts, any confusions. I would just request everyone who is joining in, right? Especially those who are just watching, be active on the chat. This is your last chance to interact with me one-on-one, right? Ask your questions, clarify your doubts, clarify your confusions, because after this, you would be straightforward going for your examinations, right? So use this opportunity the next 2 hours to ask as many questions, as many doubts as you can, as you want to. No question is a small or wrong question. So don't be afraid of asking silly questions. Ask all the questions that you have in your head, right? Get those clarified. I'm here to help you for the next 2 hours, completely focused on clearing your confusions. And with that, again, a very good morning. I see majority of you have joined in. Good to see such good presence on time, right? I'll just quickly call out your names, who all I see. I see Bibu is there, Sagar is there. Okay, Sagar is saying, so today is not just the last lecture of BCK, but for this entire batch. This is last session. So I'm the lucky one to meet you in the end, right? Hey Avdesh, how are you? Hi Shan, Rohan is there. Sanchita, Diksha, Bhumika, Anand is there. Anand, a very happy Chhat Puja to you as well. If you are celebrating, more power to you. Hey Jyoti, how are you? I'm good. Thank you so much. Bhumika, to your question, diversification, you diversify your shares that you purchase to minimize the investment risk. Yes, that is right, Bhumika. Hey Avinash, Nikita is there, Sana is there, Keshav, Zeba, Asha, Nikita is there, Vansuri, Jyoti, Ustad, Surya, Bibu, Surya again, Surya Kumar, आज भी अच्छे खेलना please, right? We have India का match, तो अच्छे से खेल लेना. Last time की तरह 15 रन पे आउट मत हो जाना please. थोड़ा go for half century. Hey Keshav, how are you? Rekha is there. Happy Chhat Puja, Dibesh to you as well. Hey Arun, Sachin is there, Manvi is there. You have a few doubts. Difference between call and put option, hedge and index. Call and put specifically, आज मैं आपको with very simple examples I'll explain that, Manvi. So be assured, next 30 minutes हम लोग chapter 6 को ही देने वाले हैं. थोड़ा सा बचा है, बहुत छोटा सा बचा है. Chapter 6. We will spend 30 minutes, then 1.5 hours entirely upon your doubts, questions, anything that you want to ask around. Articleship क्या होता है, job profiles क्या होती है, job कैसे मिलती है, articleship कैसे मिलती है, करना चाहिए, कहाँ से करना चाहिए, all these questions, all these doubts, all these confusions that you have, I will try to help you from my experience as much as I know, right? I'll do that. Hey Samina, Gunjan is there, Jia, Kriti is there. Oh, that's a very Priti again. Okay. You have a question, go ahead, Priti. Ask as many questions as you can. Not an issue today, right? Off syllabus questions are also welcome today. Specifically, the session is there for the off syllabus questions. Kuch bhi doubt hai course se related, let me know. I'll be happy to help that. Sure, Surya, if we need another 15 minutes, extend hoga, so we will do that. But I want to answer all the questions today. Right. Diksha, same here. I'll be missing you guys. Talking to you guys on the weekend is a refreshing thing for me, right? 5 दिन office में रह के, then 2 days on the weekend. This is great refreshment for me. I'll also miss these sessions. But I'm happy. I just wish you guys do not have to come back to these sessions again, right? That is a double whammy situation for me. I do not want any one of you to be watching these sessions again after your examinations. एक बार देखे clear करो, निकल जाओ यहाँ से, right? That is what I wish, that you do not see me in foundation again. Cool. So we have questions now. We have good mornings also. I'll keep going. Pura chat aaj padhta jaunga. So there's a question. Consortium means combination of several companies for specific purpose. Joint venture, 2 or more. Together for a project, then what is the difference between these? Consortium is more than 2 or 3. Consortium मतलब 6-7 companies आ जाएं साथ में. Joint venture is essentially 2 or maximum 3. 2 is the average, 2 is the general understanding, but maximum 3 हो जाएंगे to be joint venture. But when 6 or 7 or 10 companies come together, it is called a consortium. Okay. you're not prepared for the exam, प्रीति कोई बात नहीं, time है, अभी time है, कल exam नहीं है, you will prepare. छोटे छोटे subjects हैं, very simple. Focus on solving questions, Preeti. My suggestion will be, if you are scared, if you're not confident, start solving questions. उससे confidence आ जाता है. What is counter influence? I mean, a counter influence means वापस influence करना, right? If your mother is influencing you to eat dal palak or palak paneer, which you don't like, for example, you might like, but you counter influence her saying कि नहीं मुझे पसंद नहीं है because of this reason, and she agrees to you. This is counter influence. You are influencing her back. Right? Hey Shana, good morning. Bibu again. Good morning Surya. Match will start at 4:30. हाँ मुझे मालूम है, but अच्छा खेलना. Lunch करके जाना अच्छे से. Cool. Pratitya, how are you? Good, good, good. Kamlesh is there. Barkatullah, I see. I'm good, Bibu. How are you? Importance of BCK. Rehan, तो ये तो हमने किया ही हुआ है. Chapter 1 में we have studied this entire topic. What is the importance of BCK? 5-6 points हैं. उसको पढ़ो and exam में आएगा तो लिख देना. Right? Good morning, Asha. Rafika is there. Harsh, Bhumika again. So why is joint venture not very popular now, Bhumika? Because a lot of contractual agreements go into that. Okay, joint ventures में बहुत ज़्यादा contracts होते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा you write down everything in a contract. कुछ भी miss हो गया, right? Then there are legal cases that joint venture partners do on each other. तो ज़्यादा famous नहीं है. It is there. It is there. It's not like it's not there. Like Tata and Starbucks is a joint venture. Okay, right? Pranab, how are you? I'm good, good, good. Yes, my screen will be very clearly visible now. Hopefully, Manvi, right? Maybe check your network because my network is fine as of now. What is preemptive pricing? जब pricing को बहुत कम कर देते हैं, right? जैसे Jio ने internet free में दे दिया. When Jio was giving free internet, that is called preemptive pricing, right? What is out of money? Jyoti will do that, right? अभी है मेरे पास call put में पढ़ेंगे आपसे. वहां पे आप देख पाओगे. गुड गुड गुड. एक्साइटेड फॉर द मैच. वी ऑल आर. लास्ट मैच में की थी सोचा 15 रन किस में? पाकिस्तान में गया था. ओके. ओ मैं तो उल्टा सोच लिया. मैं पाकिस्तान वाले मैच से बाहर ही नहीं आ पा रहा हूँ. कूल. ओके. What is the meaning of put option and strike price, Gurleen? That is there today. I'll do that. A full slide on that. I will upload this slide as well for you. Right? Absolutely, Manvi. We all wish that all of you clear the examinations in one go. You will see me in intermediate for strategic management. Yes, I am waiting for you guys to see me in intermediate sessions for strategic management. That is what I take. Right? IFDI, Shaima, what is IFDI? Incoming foreign direct investment. बाहर से पैसा इंडिया में आ रहा है, right? Some Dubai का sheikh is putting money in Indian company, let's say D-Mart में. That is IFDI, okay? Sure, Diksha, I also want to see you again in intermediate. Right? Strategic management पढ़ेंगे. Zabardast subject, one of my favorite subjects. It's super, super interesting subject, right? So, I mean, a counter influence, I just explained abhi. Cool. SLR or LRR, we have done that, Divesh. You can go back and look at the sessions. Full length, we have studied that with questions, right? I will really entertain confusions and questions, not repetitions of concepts. You know me, right? For repetition of concepts, you have recorded lectures. Go and see those again. Slow karke, fast karke, pause karke, jaise dekhna dekho. If there is still a confusion or an example that you want, I can help you with that for sure. Right? What is again niche marketing? Zeba, we did that. We have done that. Niche marketing, again a concept. Go and look at those chapters, right? Ask me questions, friends. Ask me interesting questions. Concept repeat करना तो spoon feeding होगी दोस्त. वो तो आप फिर से देखोगे सेशन आपको समझ आ जाएगा. Right? Ask me questions. Ask me confusions. कि यार ये ऐसा क्यों है? वो ऐसा क्यों है? Give us an example of this. Give us an example of that. Ask me interesting questions. Use these 2 hours. What is conglomerate diversification? Again, Jyoti, concepts. You can go back and look at the concepts from book, from the sessions. I'll be more interested in answering your doubts and questions. Concept repetition to dost aap fir se session dekh loge. Right? So I think market positioning also we did. Right? Marketing positioning bhi kiya hua hai humne. Where do you see yourself? The leader of the class, the mediocre student, or the backbencher, right? That is market positioning for a business. Okay, Keshav, so 1st November से mock test है. 1st November से क्या बोल रहे हो? परसों ही तो है 1st November. So good. Give those mock tests. Practice those. You will get to know where you stand. It's fantastic to give mock tests, right? Now that's a great question. Does fiscal policies, government expenditure as well as government revenue? Essentially, yes. Taxation comes into fiscal policy. Taxation is a revenue for government. So yes, both revenue and expenditure. Sure, Surya, go ahead. Ask your questions. I'll be interested. Ask me interesting questions. Ask me interesting confusions and doubts. Concept का फिर से पढ़ लोगे दोस्त. I know that you know that. Sure, Keshav has a few questions. He's asking what is bridge financing, value at risk, and syndicated loans. Super good. I think we did not cover वो आज banking में है दोस्त. मेरी screen भी देखो क्या लिखा है. पढ़ेंगे अभी. राइट सब कुछ पढ़ेंगे केशव आ रहा है बैंकिंग टर्मिनोलॉजी में पढ़ेंगे चैप्टर 6 थोड़ा सा बचा था इफ यू रिमेंबर वो अभी कंप्लीट करेंगे Cool. What is hedge, conglomerate diversification and consortium? Conglomerate diversification done. Consortium is also done. Zeba. Hedge क्या होता है? Hedge भी हमने कर लिया. To reduce your risk is hedging. राइट अपना रिस्क कम करने को हेजिंग बोलते हैं ये मैंने आपको एग्जांपल भी दिया था आपके मम्मी पापा से रिलेटेड ऑफ गोइंग आउट टू अ पार्टी दैट इज कॉल्ड हेजिंग आई हैव गिवन एग्जांपल्स आल्सो यू गाइस आर नॉट अटेंटिव इन द क्लास इट सीम्स देन मैं तो सारे एग्जांपल्स दे चुका हूं मुझे खुद याद है मैंने क्या दिया सोचो I think the way physical MTPs थोड़ा कम हो रहा है इस time. I also see that the coverage is less. Probably post-COVID, the coverage is less. Maybe give it online, right? What is lock-in period, Smriti? We'll do that, but I'll give you lock-in. हमने शायद किया था नहीं किया था. Okay, so lock-in is basically the number of the time you have to hold a share for, right? आप 6 महीने से पहले नहीं बेच सकते, right? If you get into a house, आप एक घर रेंट पे लेते हो, the owner says you cannot like go or you cannot just leave the house for the next 6 months. 6 months तो आपको minimum रहना ही पड़ेगा. You have to stay in this house for the next 6 months. That is your lock-in period. Same is with shares. Sometimes the companies say you cannot sell a share for the next 2 years. That is a lock-in period. Okay. Is mock test compulsory? No, Rekha. It is advised. It is not compulsory. Compulsory तो कुछ भी नहीं है. क्या exam देना compulsory है? नहीं, मत दो. But it is advised that you give an examination, right? Consolidation and merger are one and the same thing. Not really. Consolidation is more of accounts related terminology. Merger is more of business strategy, dost. Okay. जो consolidation and merger में you're getting confused. Consolidation is more of accounting language where you consolidate the books of accounts, you consolidate all the financials of the company, while merger is a business strategy where 2 or more companies come and mix together to do a business. Right? Does joint venture has any fixed period? Yes, they have a fixed period कि 2 साल के लिए joint venture है, 5 साल के लिए है. They have a fixed period. Right? Is there any difference between joint stock company or company as defined as per Companies Act 2013? See, there are different definitions. Do not get into so much detail, Himanshu. नहीं आएगा ये exam में. Foundation में तो नहीं आएगा, I can assure you. As you go ahead into your syllabus, as you grow in chartered accountancy, you will get to know each of these. अभी इतना detail में जाओगे, confuse हो जाओगे और सबको confuse कर दोगे. Right? But it's good that you're curious. But from an exam perspective, I'll say you should not be considered for the next 1 month on this topic. 1 महीने बाद इसमें पढ़ लेना जब exam हो जाएगा. Okay? Cool. Awesome. Sagar says you have the MTP on 4th of November for BCK and economics. So for everyone who is interested, Sagar has helped us. Go for those mock tests if you can. Okay? Cool. Difference between FDI and FII. FII FDI करता है दोस्त. Simple logic है. Foreign institution investor foreign direct investment करता है. Right? It is the difference between investor and investment. एक investor और investment में जो फर्क है, that is the difference between FII and FDI. Is moonlighting legal? Depends. There are cases going on, right? A lot of Instagram, LinkedIn you're using, Vastav, huh? What is okay? Difference between joint venture and merger, we just explained all of that firstly, right? Joint venture or merger, 2-3 companies becoming one. 3-4 companies, एक दो जितनी भी companies है coming together and becoming one is a merger. Joint venture is वो आपस में काम कर रही है for a particular project. They come together and join hands for a particular project. वो एक नहीं हो रही हैं, सिर्फ एक प्रोजेक्ट के लिए साथ में आके काम कर रहे हैं. That is called a joint venture. Okay, cool. What is technical facet? Technical characteristic. ये तो इंग्लिश है दोस्त. We are left with banking and other terminologies. We'll do that. 20-30 minutes that will take. We'll do that. Others, banking terminology अभी pending है. You're running ahead of us. Okay, you share price but you said there was no, that was MRF, right? Not Reliance. Manvi, if you go Reliance का share तो ठीक है. You go and see either you see Royal Enfield or you see MRF tires. ये बहुत ही महंगे shares हैं. That is what I said. Spectre of government policies. सूर्या पूरा chapter ही पूछ लेना दोस्त. Spectre of government policies means what is the bouquet of the different policies. Spectre means कितना wide है वो. पूरा ये तो पूरा topic था दोस्त उसके अंदर. It basically means what are the different policies, different kinds of policies of the government. Okay. आदेश आ रहे हैं दोस्त, आ रहे हैं. थोड़ा सब्र करो, बैंकिंग टर्मिनोलॉजी पे आ रहे हैं. थोड़ा सा पेशेंस. Jio is not held guilty in free service, but by Airtel because Jio is not in the dominance position at that time, right? You search that on Google, you got your answer. Why was Jio not fined for pricing internet for free? Because it was not in a dominant position. ये भी a legal trick है निकलने की, but it is fine, right? Is it Rafika? Probably Google search करो. Last year के आपको questions मिल जाएंगे. If not on the ICI website, you can see some of the questions, some of the practice questions from Google. Go to different sites. मैं तो वही करता था दोस्त. Either used to go on Google and just look at different question papers or different question banks and just solve that. Gives you a lot of confidence. What is the meaning of CAPEX? Capital expenditure, Gurleen. Capital expenditure is CAPEX. Okay. Sure. Neha, you have a question. Book में भारत पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेट में चेयरमैन CEO अलग लिखा हुआ है और कैप्सूल में अलग. So sir, हमें एग्जाम में study material is the Bible. Neha, for you from exam perspective, study material is the Bible. Even if I'll just give you a heads up, okay? Even if you feel study material is wrong, okay, which it can be, there can be human errors, and you should totally report that you should totally write to the Board of Studies if you find a mistake, and we correct it. But if you still find a mistake in your study material, just write the study material ka answer, because when the marking is done, okay, when the exam marking is done, you will get full marks if you have written the answer as per study material. Okay, if you have written the answer as per study material, even if your answer is wrong, because the study material is wrong, you get full marks, right? So एक smart trick क्या है? Even if you feel कि study material दोस्त गलत बता रही है, study material का answer लिख के आना, okay, which gives you grace marks and which can be your passing marks दोस्त in especially in CA examinations. What is beta? Disha, beta is risk. Risk को beta बोलते हैं, ठीक है? वो beta नहीं है, वो beta है. Beta का मतलब है risk. आपका alpha, beta, gamma, if you know, right? वो हम लोग पढ़ते थे maths में. It's a mathematics का term है. Alpha, beta, gamma. Beta means risk. Okay. What is the difference between PPP and joint venture? बहुत फर्क है दोस्त. जॉइंट वेंचर दो प्राइवेट के बीच हो सकता है, दो गवर्नमेंट के बीच हो सकता है, बट पीपीपी क्या है? पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप. वन गवर्नमेंट कंपनी, वन प्राइवेट कंपनी कमिंग टुगेदर, दैट इज पीपीपी. बट जॉइंट वेंचर कैन बी बिटवीन प्राइवेट, बिटवीन गवर्नमेंट, वो भी हो सकता है, राइट? Joint venture versus consortium in Hindi, Asha, you want that? I'll quickly tell you. जॉइंट वेंचर जब एक या दो कंपनीज किसी से एक प्रोजेक्ट के लिए साथ में आती हैं, मान लो कंपनी एक है रमेश इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, दूसरी है सुरेश इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, एक आपके शहर में उनको फ्लाईओवर बनाना है, वो साथ में आके वो फ्लाईओवर बनाती हैं। रमेश और सुरेश इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर साथ में आके वो फ्लाईओवर बना रहे हैं, उसको बोलते हैं जॉइंट वेंचर। ठीक है, अब एक प्रोजेक्ट है, मान लो एक सिटी बन रही है, एक सिटी के अंदर बहुत सारी सोसाइटीज बन रही है, हाउसिंग सोसाइटी, हमें 5,000 लोगों के घर बनाने हैं, राइट। अब क्या होगा, रमेश, सुरेश, महेश, मंगल, एक्स, ए बी सी, ऐसे 15 बिल्डर आ गए साथ में। 15 बिल्डर्स एक साथ आ गए, उन्होंने साथ में मिलके बोला चलो ये 5,000 फ्लैट हम बनाते हैं। दिस इज कंसोर्शियम। ओके, दिस इज कंसोर्शियम। जब बहुत सारे मिलके एक बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं उसको कंसोर्शियम बोलते हैं। जब कोई छोटा सा प्रोजेक्ट है, एक या दो कंपनीज मिलके उस पर काम करती हैं, उसको जॉइंट वेंचर बोलते हैं। ओके, होप दिस हेल्प्स यू इन हिंदी। Cool. Royal Enfield share iShare. Exactly. So Royal Enfield is owned by iShare, right? Absolutely. MRF बहुत high चला गया. What is the difference between I've done PPP, joint venture? Okay, perfect. Bartullah, I'm not investing. मेरे पास इतना पैसे ही नहीं है दोस्त इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए, राइट? मेरा सारा पैसा तो खाने पीने घूमने में खर्च हो जाता है, मेरे पास इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए पैसे ही नहीं बचते हैं। रेहान, we just explained technical facet means technical characteristic। दोस्त सुन नहीं रहे हैं शायद आप। पीपीपी जॉइंट वेंचर भी तो बता दिया, फिर से क्यों आ रहा है ये? कीर्ति समझा तो दिया दोस्त। अच्छा, चैट स्लो चल रही है क्या मेरी? एग्जाम्स के बाद आंसर पेपर देख सकते हैं, यू कैन, दोस्तों से पूछ लो, पता चल जाएगा सही है या गलत है। What is administrative response? Again, Divesh, you're asking to repeat the concepts. I will not do that. That is spoon feeding, दोस्त। अभी स्कूल खत्म हो गया, अभी सब खुद करना पड़ेगा। Ask good questions, interesting questions, which helps others as well. ये तो आप वापस जाके फिर से पढ़ लोगे, विद एग्जाम्पल है, बुक में एग्जाम्पल है, मैंने एग्जाम्पल्स दिया हुआ है, गो एंड सी दैट। सूर्य, अगेन पेस्टल एनालिसिस पूरा किया हुआ है दोस्त, कॉन्सेप्ट थोड़ी ना रिपीट करेंगे अभी। वी जस्ट हैव 2 hours दोस्त, आस्क मी गुड क्वेश्चंस। बीटा इज अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ व्हाट दोस्त? मेजरमेंट ऑफ रिस्क को ही तो बीटा बोलते हैं। इट्स अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ रिस्क इज बीटा। सिद्धांत, नॉट रेलेवेंट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन। टिन डिन डैन टैन सिलेबस में आपको नहीं आएगा, एटलीस्ट बीसीके में तो नहीं आएगा। ओके, स्मृति, मैथ्स तो आपके पूरे सीए में रहेगा। देखो, नॉट आपका प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लीकेशन, बट थोड़ा सा और एवरेज, परसेंटेजेस, फ्रैक्शंस, राइट? फॉरेक्स जब पढ़ोगे फाइनल में, थोड़ा मैथ्स स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए। असिनाथ आ गई। आई बॉट दैट गोल्ड वॉच, राइट? वो मैंने अंदर रख दिया अपने लॉकर में सजा के। Sure, Himanshu, we'll do that in another 2 minutes. I just want to take up all the questions, all the doubts that we have. Chapter तो अभी आधे घंटे में हम कर ही लेंगे। Divesh, we have also done SWOT and PESTEL का difference. SWOT is for internal, PESTEL is for external analysis. किया हुआ है। अल्फा एंड गामा, साइमा, यू डोंट हैव टू केयर अबाउट अल्फा एंड गामा अभी, आप बीटा पे ध्यान दो, वो सिलेबस में वही है, दैट इज मोर रेलेवेंट अभी। डोंट कंफ्यूज योरसेल्फ बिफोर एग्जाम्स गाइस, राइट? फोकस ऑन द सिलेबस, डू नॉट कंफ्यूज योरसेल्फ बिफोर एग्जाम्स। वी ऑल डू दैट, ओके? मैं भी करता था ये नहीं तो वो क्या है, सिलेबस के बाहर की सारी चीजें हमें समझनी है, सिलेबस की चीज हमें याद नहीं है। Focus on what is there in the book, focus on what is there in the exam, which is more frequently asked. Exam clear karna should be our motive for now. Okay, cool. So will the price of shares of a company rise before declaration of dividend? It does. Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. If there is news that company is going to give a dividend, the prices increase. You're right. Maximum coverage of which chapters? Essentially चैप्टर की कोई वेटेज नहीं है, बट आई कैन टेल यू फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस चैप्टर नंबर 2 से बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, चैप्टर नंबर 5 से आते हैं, राइट? यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम चैप्टर नंबर 4, 5 एंड 2. 3 से कम आते हैं बिकॉज इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, राइट? नाम पूछ लिया, दे आस्क यू ईयर्स, दे आस्क यू द हेडक्वार्टर्स, दे आस्क यू सम टैगलाइंस, विजन और मिशन स्टेटमेंट. Lesser questions from chapter 3, but very scoring chapter 3, क्योंकि concept कोई नहीं है. Chapter 3 does not have a concept. It's just you should know the answer, right? KBC जैसा है. KBC में आप concept नहीं लगा सकते. आपको answer आता है तो आता है, नहीं आता है तो नहीं आता है, right? It's general knowledge chapter. So chapter 3 is very scoring, but less coverage essentially. But ऐसा कोई weightage है नहीं. I'm just telling you from experience. There is no hard and fast rule कि कौन सा सब्जेक्ट, कौन सा चैप्टर कितने मार्क्स का है. ओके, कूल. कृति, आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड दिस. आपने 5 बार एक ही डाउट पूछ लिया है. आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड दैट प्राइस ऑफ शेयर डिविडेंड वाला. चलो सूर्या, मेरे सामने टाइमर चल रहा है. आई विल डू दैट. चैप्टर 6 भी कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. ओके, ज्योति, आपका डेट शीट तो वेबसाइट पे मिल जाएगी ना. यू डोंट हैव टू आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स, यू कैन जस्ट गो एंड लुक एट द डेट शीट ऑन द वेबसाइट. आप वेबसाइट पे जाके डेट शीट देख लो जो भी है आपकी एग्जाम की, राइट? कि कौन सा सब्जेक्ट कौन सी डेट को है, वो आपको मिल जाएगा. वेबसाइट पे तो सब कुछ है. So you don't have to panic before the exam, you just have to keep studying. थोड़ा Instagram, YouTube कम कर दो, अपने आप पैनिक कम हो जाएगा. Everyone has that, man. We all go and start thinking about things which are not in the syllabus. That happens, which is fine. But usko control karna is what we should do. Anand, we'll come to that question. Park this question for after I complete my chapter, right? अब हम क्या करेंगे? I'll just complete chapter number 6 now very quickly. I'll run through chapter number 6, and then we'll spend another 1.5 hours, okay, on questions, on doubts and confusions regarding the course, regarding क्या articleship, job कैसे होता है, right? We'll do that. Any questions that you have from syllabus also, we'll cover that. वहाँ पे बातचीत करेंगे. But let us now circle back, थोड़ा वापस लाते हैं focus on chapter number 6 where we left. And that was banking terminologies, okay, which was banking terminologies. फटाफट से घुसते हैं chapter number 6 में to understand a few terms which are important, which are frequently asked, and let's get to this, and then we will come back to your questions. Okay, I have all the questions in the chat. We'll answer that. Let's focus on chapter 6 now. Okay, next 20 minutes hardcore focus here. Accepting house. Okay, number 1 is accepting house. It's basically a banking organization or finance organization जो आपको accept and guarantee करती है bills of exchange, which means between banks or between जो mediator है, the mediator to accept and clear the checks or the bills of exchange कि आपने मुझे पैसा दे दिया, हाँ दे दिया. So it's more like a registrar of the transactions. Okay, accepting house is more like a चौकीदार of transactions. कौन आया, कब आया, किसको दिया, किससे मिला, right? It's like a company which keeps it a record of all the transactions that are happening. It's called an accepting house. Accrued interest is the interest accumulated on an investment but not paid, which means कि जो आपने earn तो कर लिया but आपको मिला नहीं है, right? Which you have earned but you have not got. So essentially, if I tell you in January I'll tell you, if you work hard, I will give you 10,000 rupees in December. You keep working every month. That means आप पैसा तो कमाता जा रहे हो, but आपको पैसे मिलेंगे दिसंबर में. That is called accrued interest, right? You are earning money, but you are not yet getting that. You will get that only after a certain period of time. That is called accrued interest. Okay. What are annuities? Annuities हमको पता है. Annual payment, annual guarantees, right? Which are basically guarantee income or return after 1 year. Annual से word बना है annuity, right? Annuity मतलब 1 साल बाद मिलेगा आपको, या at a specific periodic time पे आपको वो payment वापस मिलेगी. Right? You invest something. If I invest in a particular investment, let's say कुछ bouquet of investments है, or there is a product of investment, I invest that. And there is an annuity, which means एक certain period of time which is generally 1 year, 1 year के बाद मुझे returns मिलेंगे, right? The annuity होता है, उसको बोलते हैं income and return in exchange of huge money that is deposited, and I get the money back or my earnings back after that 1 year or the period mentioned therein. Okay, it is called annual से annuity बना है. Okay, automated teller machines, ATM machine हम सबको पता है दोस्त क्या होता है. ATM machine is very simple, कार्ड डालते हैं पैसे निकलते हैं, that is ATM. ATM का full form is automated teller machines. Okay, bridge financing is super concept. Now understand this. Okay, yes, accrued income is outstanding income, that is right. Bridge financing, very interesting concept. Now think about this. Okay, there is a big company which has a loan of, let's say, 5,000 crore rupees. 5,000 crore का loan है इसके पास, ठीक है? The loan is ending on 20th of October 2022. Let's say 20 October 2022 को उसका loan का time खत्म हो गया, right? And it got another loan which will start from 1st of November. ठीक है? 20th October को their loan ended. They had to repay this entire money and they took another loan to recover because ये पैसा उनको अभी भी चाहिए था but time खत्म हो गया loan का, right? So they got another loan, but that loan amount will come on 1st of November. 1st November को वो उनके पास पैसा आएगा. So the balance 10 days from 20th October to 1st of November, जो balance 10 days हैं, इसके बीच में इनके पास कोई पैसा नहीं होगा, right? Because यहाँ पे loan खत्म हो गया and 1st November को the next loan starts. So this 10 days का bridge, right? They take a small 10 days का loan, which is a very high interest loan, okay? Which is a very high interest loan. क्या करते हैं इसको? To cover this 10 days of gap between the last loan, old loan versus a new loan, to cover the gap between the old loan and the new loan, जो छोटे से 5-10 दिन का gap है, उसके लिए they take another loan of 10 days, right? इसको बोलते हैं bridge financing, right? It is called bridge financing. इन दो dates के बीच में वो bridge कर देता है उस gap को, पैसे के gap को. This is called bridge financing. Okay. Cool. What is bounce check? आप check डालो, if your account does not have money, the check will bounce. It is punishable under law. आप जेल जा सकते हो अगर आपका check bounce होता है तो, ठीक है? Which means आपने अपने friend को check दिया कि go and deposit and you will get money. But आपके account में पैसा ही नहीं है, which means you are doing fraud. You are scamming him or her, saying कि आप ये लो मेरे से check ले लो, पैसा ले लेना मेरे check से, check डाल देना, right? Which means you're doing a fraud because there is no money in your bank account और आप सबको check बांट रहे हो. You're promising them कि हाँ पैसे ले लेना. So it is punishable under law. Bounce check means when there is no money in the account and you give or the check, आप check show करते हो बैंक में जाके, ये देखो मुझे पैसे दे दो from his account because I have this check, and जैसे उनके पास तो पैसा ही नहीं है तो check bounce हो जाता है, right? What is cap? Cap means the limit. Right? The limit on the increase or decrease of the interest rate, which means, let's say the bank says, I will give you, okay, the bank says, I will give you an interest between 4 to 6%. Bank says, I will give you an interest between 4 to 6%. So 4 and 6 are the caps, which means limits, the minimum and the maximum limit. इसको बोलते हैं cap. यहाँ पे कैप लग गई, जैसे बोतल की कैप लगती है ना, इट्स बॉटल का कैप है या फिर एक किसी बॉक्स का कैप लग जाता है, इसकी बाहर नहीं जा पाओगे या इसकी नीचे नहीं जा पाओगे, राइट? सो इट्स कॉल्ड अ कैप. देयर इज अ कैप ऑन योर, इट्स अ लिमिट ऑफ मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम इन बैंकिंग टर्म्स इंटरेस्ट रेट, ठीक है? Cool. What is clearing house? Clearing house is simple. जैसे आपका accepting house था, वैसे clearing house होता है जो accepting house के बाद clear करता है, right? Maker and checker. So maker is accepting house which takes all the transactions. Clearing house is more like an auditor. अच्छा ये ठीक है, this transaction looks right, this transaction looks right. Clear करता जाता है, right? So between banks, between you and me, between big institutions, these houses are like mediators which keep a track of all the transactions, that fair things are happening in the banking sector. ओके, व्हाट इज कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट? कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट तो हम सबको पता है क्या होता है, पढ़ाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट इज इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट, इज कॉल्ड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. इंटरेस्ट ओवर इंटरेस्ट इज कॉल्ड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. ओके, व्हाट इज डेबिट कार्ड? मैं नहीं पढ़ा रहा दोस्त, डेबिट कार्ड क्या होता है ये तो सबको पता है. आई एम नॉट टीचिंग व्हाट दिस डेबिट कार्ड इज. व्हाट इज अ डिपॉजिट स्लिप? If you go to a bank, right? If you go to a bank, there is वो आप slip लेते हो. When you deposit cash, you take 20,000 rupees and you want to deposit in the bank, they will give you a deposit slip. उस slip पे आप लिखो मैं 20,000 rupees, 500 के 5 notes, 200 के 10 notes ऐसे deposit कर रहा हूँ. This is called deposit slip. Okay. Debt recovery. What is debt recovery? So debt is the people to whom the loan is given. उनसे पैसा वापस लेना, हफ्ता वसूली. Right, loan vasuli is called debt recovery. If you can understand from the movies of Sanjay Dutt or all these other movies that you have seen, I don't know, like Munna Bhai MBBS देखा है, वो debt recovery करते थे वो लोग, right? In Munna Bhai MBBS, they used to do debt recovery. वो loan का वसूली करने को debt recovery बोलते हैं. Okay. Absolutely. When a check bounces, you have to pay a fine, and if other person does a case on you, you can go to jail as well. Okay. Next is e-cash. E-cash हमको पता है दोस्त, Paytm, Google Pay, UPI, Amazon Pay, Razor Pay, Phone Pay, ये सब e-cash है दोस्त. Digital money is called e-cash. Okay. Earnest money deposit. Very simple. Token money को बोलते हैं earnest money deposit. Token money क्या होता है? जब आप घर खरीदते हो, जब आपको investment करते हो, whenever you go and buy a house, the broker says, okay, that's good. You have finalized this house. Give me 1 lakh rupee as token money so that you cannot back from this deal, because this means that our deal is final. Give me a token money, right? उस token money को बोलते हैं earnest money deposit. It is called earnest money deposit. Number 2, guarantor. Guarantor means, right? Guarantor means if you cannot pay, then who will pay? So bank says, आप गए बैंक के पास, you went to bank and said, boss, look, I have got admission to IIT Delhi, I have got admission to IIM Ahmedabad, right? And I want an education loan. Bank says, awesome, congratulations, बहुत अच्छे. कितने का लोन चाहिए? They say, I want a loan of 30 lakh rupees. Bank says, awesome, हमसे 30 लाख रुपए ले लो. But if you will not be able to pay this 30 lakhs to me, who will pay? You say, I don't know who will pay. Bank says, go and find a guarantor, and if you don't pay, tell me who will pay my 30,000. So you go to your parents and say, देखो मैं तो लोन रीपे कर दूंगा, but अगर मैं नहीं कर पाया, so आप कर देना प्लीज. बट मैं आपको कॉन्फिडेंस दे रहा हूँ, मैं कर दूंगा. So parents says, ठीक है, आप कर देना. If you cannot pay, then essentially we are the parents, we'll have to pay. Your parents become your guarantor, right? They are taking your guarantee to the bank कि अगर ये पे नहीं करेगा या करेगी, we will pay, right? That is called a guarantor. What is letter of credit? So letter of credit essentially happens in export and import. जब exporter या importer जो होते हैं, so let's say I am an exporter, right? Or let's say I am an importer. Importer का example लेता हूँ. I am importing rice from Africa. मैं अफ्रीका से चावल import कर रहा हूँ. Okay. Now the African country, the African counterpart जिससे मैं चावल खरीद रहा हूँ, that company, he or she says, boss, give me my $5,000 because you have bought rice from me. I said, okay, I don't have $5,000 right now, but this bank, my bank, HDFC Bank, will give you loan. I'm taking a loan of $5,000 and giving it to that person. 10 दिन का, 5 दिन का, 7 दिन का. It's a very short term. It's a very short term commitment, right? लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट ले लेते हैं कि ये मेरे देखो पैसे आपको मिल जाएंगे, आप मुझे सामान भेज दो. सो व्हेन आई एम इंपोर्टिंग, सो इंपोर्टर सेज पहले पैसा दो फिर हम माल भेजेंगे. ऐसे तो अदरवाइज द अफ्रीकन कंपनी विल सेंड द राइस. मेरे यहाँ पे मैंने मुंबई पे चावल उतार लिए, पैसे ही नहीं दिए, भाग गया मैं. अफ्रीका के लोग मुझे कैसे ढूंढेंगे? दे कैन नॉट फाइंड मी, राइट? मैं तो कहीं भी गायब हो जाऊंगा इंडिया में. सो व्हाट लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट डज इज, आई गिव अ लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट व्हाइल प्लेसिंग एन ऑर्डर. When I am placing an order to that African company कि I want rice for $5,000, they say, okay, give me your letter of credit. If you do not pay, who is going to pay me? They say कि ठीक है, मेरा बैंक HDFC बैंक है, वो आपको पे कर देगा. ठीक है. So HDFC Bank gives a 10 days of letter of credit that please release the order. They will pay in 10 days. If they do not pay, I will pay money to you and then I will collect the money from them with more charges, interest fee, penalty fee सब लगा के मैं पैसे ले लूंगा. आप टेंशन मत लो, आप माल भेजो अफ्रीका से, right? That is called letter of credit. That is called letter of credit. एक letter, एक document. It's like a document contract. If you, when you do articleship, if you get a chance to do bank audit, I fold hands. Please, if you ever get a chance to do bank audit, do that. Do that. It will change your life forever. I did that and I got to learn so many things, right? Do that. Okay. That is called letter of credit. That is called letter of credit. Cool. Hey Nishok, you're late, but not an issue. We're just studying. Join in right now. Okay. So what is mortgage? Mortgage ki Hindi hai girvi rakhna. Okay. Mortgage means girvi. If you keep your house as गिरवी to take a loan, या आप गाड़ी खरीदने के लिए अपना कोई सोना गिरवी रखते हो, गिरवी रखना is called mortgage. Okay, mortgage means if you're pledging a particular asset to take loan, that is called mortgage. Okay, what is overdraft? Overdraft is simple, dost. Overdraft means when you do not have enough money, the bank gives you more money, right? Over and above what you have. मेरे बैंक में, let's say I have 50,000 rupees and I have instant payment करनी है मुझे. I have to pay one of my creditors. I have to pay them 70,000 rupees. So I'll call up my bank and say, boss, look, I have 50,000 rupees. Give me an overdraft of 20,000 rupees. मेरे को 70,000 I have to pay right now. It is important for my business. So bank says, okay, I'm giving you 20,000 extra. You pay me in the next 3 days and I will charge you an interest of 1% per month के हिसाब से, 12% per annum के हिसाब से. I will charge an interest for 3 days. I say, okay, not a problem. You just give me those 20,000 for 3 days. I will do that. That is called overdraft. That is called, it's not a loan. It's a short term. एकदम से पैसा देते. लोन में तो पूरा documentation होता है, गिरवी रखो, mortgage रखो, नहीं. Overdraft is simple short amount के लिए based on loyalty, based on customer loyalty. The bank looks at your historical trend कि आप कितने बड़े customer हो, आपने historically repay किया है पैसा या नहीं किया है. All that they have their checks and then they give you an overdraft. Okay. Syndicated loan. The syndicated loan, the biggest example you get for syndicated loan is Vijay Mallya case. Okay, Vijay Mallya case, Nirav Modi case, Conceptual, there was some Rahul Choksi or whatever the name, I don't remember. Right? All these people were part of syndicated loan scam. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Syndicated loan का मतलब है when there are huge loans. So Vijay Mallya, okay, Vijay Mallya goes to SBI. Take an example. Syndicated loan क्या होता है? Can you take an overdraft from the bank? Yes, you can. Everyone can. You essentially have to be a business. Businesses को overdraft मिलता है, आम जनता को नहीं मिलता है. Okay, if you are a business with a current account, सिर्फ current account में दोस्त overdraft मिलता है, savings account में नहीं मिलता है. Just for knowledge. Okay, back to syndicated loan. Vijay Mallya goes to SBI and says, I want a loan for 50,000 crores. मुझे पुणे के पास एक फैक्ट्री लगानी है for making beer. मुझे beer बनाने के लिए 50,000 करोड़ की फैक्ट्री लगानी है पुणे के suburbs में, 100 kilometers from Pune. Give me 50,000 crores as loan. SBI says the proposal is nice. You will do business. Beer तो बिक ही जाएगी इंडिया में. We have a lot of consumers, which is fine. But I don't want to take this risk of 50,000 crores. I don't want to take this entire risk alone. So SBI जाता है ICICI के पास. ICICI के पास जाके बोलते हैं, देखो, I have this 50,000 crores का opportunity from Vijay Mallya and company, Kingfisher, let's say. And we are charging 18% interest. ठीक है, 18% interest charge करने को, and he is ready to pay. So ICICI says, boss, ये तो super deal है. ठीक है, 50,000 में से 5,000 I will give, 45 आप दे देना. ठीक है. Now SBI says नहीं है, मेरे को 45 भी नहीं, मुझे तो सिर्फ 20,000 तक का लोन देना है. बाकी 30,000 let me go and approach other banks. It goes to Punjab National Bank, it goes to HDFC, it goes to Canara Bank, it goes to Punjab and Sindh Bank, Jammu Kashmir Bank. 7-8 banks के पास जाता है. एंड सबको ये लोन बेच के आ जाता है कि चलो मिलके रिस्क लेते हैं, कम लेट्स टुगेदर टेक दिस रिस्क ऑफ 50,000 crores. I am giving 20, someone says 5, someone says 3,000 crores, someone says 10,000 crores मैं ले लूंगा. मिलके जब ये लोन बनता है, right, when this entire loan is syndicated loan, it is a consortium of loans. Syndicated loan, a very large loan extended by a group of small banks to a single borrower. एक ही बंदे को लोन बहुत सारे बैंक्स मिलके देते हैं because the amount is very big. That is called a syndicated loan, right? It is called a syndicated loan. Right, Mehul Choksi, right? Mehul Choksi. Rahul ho gaya mere को. Thanks for reminding me. Right. This is another Suraj coming from Pushpa Raj. Super दोस्त, थोड़ा पढ़ाई में ध्यान लगा लो. Okay. A very large loan extended by a group of small banks to a single borrower is called syndicate loan. Vijay Mallya case, Nirav Modi case, Mehul Choksi case, sab kuch was syndicated loans. All of these huge loans are always syndicated loans. ठीक है? Cool. Value at risk. The sum or portion of the value that is stake at loss, right? Which means अगर आपने for example if you have taken, आपने FD में interest किया, fixed deposit में interest किया, right? If you did an investment in fixed deposit at 6%, आपने लास्ट मंथ FD में इन्वेस्ट किया 6% पे, 3 महीने बाद इकोनॉमी बड़ी बूम कर गई, आज इंटरेस्ट रेट 8% है, वैल्यू एट रिस्क is 2%. Value at risk is 2%, right? The amount of interest you can lose because of variation in interest rates is called value at risk. It is called value at risk. कि variation of interest rate की वजह से आप कितना पैसा lose कर रहे हो interest का, that is called value at risk. ठीक है? Okay. Zero down payment mortgage, which means zero down payment mortgage is basically जहां पे you do not make any down payments, right? Zero interest loan, no down payment. आता है ना आजकल, गाड़ी खरीद लो, iPhone खरीद लो 0% down payment पे. That is called zero down payment mortgage. That means आपको कुछ भी down payment नहीं रखनी है. Down payment means अगर if let's say when you go to buy a car, I think most of us know what is down payment, but let me just explain very quickly. Let's say you want to go and buy a Baleno, ठीक है? मारुति सुजुकी की आपको Baleno खरीदने में, जो कि 8 लाख रुपए की गाड़ी है. It's a car worth rupees 8 lakhs. You go to a bank and say I want a loan to buy a Baleno. Bank says awesome, congratulations on your new car, but we can give you only loan for rupees 4 lakhs. सिर्फ 4 लाख का लोन दे सकते हैं आपको, बाकी 4 लाख डाउन पेमेंट करो. That means pay 4 lakhs yourself right now, rest 4 lakhs we will give you as loan, right? इसको बोलते हैं down payment. Now some loans are where they say नहीं, कोई डाउन पेमेंट की जरूरत नहीं, पूरा 8 लाख रुपए हम आपको लोन दे देंगे, but the interest rate will be higher. That is called zero down payment mortgage. यहाँ पे interest rate थोड़ा सा higher होता है. But सरकार, गवर्नमेंट इज डूइंग दिस सब्सिडाइज्ड रेट. जनधन अकाउंट खुल जाते हैं, रूरल एरियाज में अकाउंट्स खुल रहे हैं, जीरो डाउन पेमेंट, विच इज सब्सिडाइज्ड इंटरेस्ट रेट्स. बट फॉर जनरल पब्लिक लाइक यू एंड मी, राइट, लिविंग इन द सिटीज हु आर नॉट इनटू एग्रीकल्चर, रूरल एरियाज, हम लोग के लिए वो इंटरेस्ट रेट थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हो जाता है, बिकॉज वी डू नॉट हैव टू पे एनी मनी डाउन पेमेंट में. कूल. वैल्यू एट रिस्क फिर से समझना है आपको बरकतुल्लाह. वेरी सिंपल. फ्लक्चुएशन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट रेट की वजह से जो फ्लक्चुएशन है, राइट, द फ्लक्चुएशन बिटवीन द इंटरेस्ट रेट, that difference is called value at risk. You invested, okay, now let's say you invested at 6%, आज interest rate 8% हो गया. This 2% is your value at risk. Okay, you invested at 6%, now the interest rate is 8%. This 2% is your value at risk. This 2% is your value at risk. Cool? Super cool. ठीक है. Exactly. At the time of purchase, you pay some amount which is called down payment. That is right, Zeba. You're right. Interest में भी divide होगा. क्या divide होगा दोस्त? दिवेश, interest में भी divide होगा. क्या divide होगा? जब बैंक मिलके लोन देता है वो सिंडिकेटेड लोन होता है. दैट इज राइट बरकतुल्ला, दैट इज राइट. ABD shipyard case is also one of the examples of syndicated loan, right Bhumika? Good that you know about that case. Awesome, that is a syndicated loan case. Awesome. Treasury bills, Divyanshi, we have studied treasury bills क्या होते हैं. इंटर बैंक, इंटर कंपनी बड़े बड़े लोन्स जो आपस में एक दूसरे को देते हैं, those are called treasury bills. सरकार, गवर्नमेंट also gives गवर्नमेंट treasury bills होते हैं. So basically government wants money and they give treasury bills to public कि आप मेरे से treasury bill खरीद लो and I will give you interest on that. It's like a contractual note जहाँ पे they say you give me 1 lakh rupees, I will give you 10,000 rupees every year. 10% interest मैं आपको हर साल दूंगा, आप मुझे 1 लाख रुपए दे दो. And they give treasury bills to 1 crore people. 1 लाख रुपए का to 1 crore people, which is 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए. उससे तो पूरा इंडिया चल जाएगा ना. अब नहीं चलेगा बट काफी पैसा आ जाएगा. Accepting and clearing house we have done, Samina. They are agents. They are basically the middle houses of clearing, making and keeping a check of transactions. Okay. Any difference between dishonor and bounce check? There is. Dishonor बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. Check सिर्फ bounce हो सकता है. ठीक है. It's a change of terminology. The meaning is same. Okay, the meaning is same. It's just a difference of terminology. If right now the interest is 8% and later it becomes 6%, so will this 2% also be considered as value at risk? नहीं, वो तो value at gain हो गई ना. Risk में कहाँ हुई? Subject to loss है दोस्त. सिर्फ loss की बात कर रहे हैं. Value at risk तो सिर्फ loss होगा ना. अगर 2% गिर गया, आप 8% कमा रहे हो, आज 6% हो गया, that is not risk, that is your gain. सिंडिकेटेड लोन में भी मॉर्टगेज होता है. यस, होता है. गुरलीन, वी जस्ट स्टडीड जीरो डाउन पेमेंट मॉर्टगेज पूरे एग्जांपल के साथ. ध्यान कहाँ था? जो सिंडिकेट लोन में इंटरेस्ट होता है वो बैंक्स में डिवाइड होता है. यस, दैट इज डिवाइडेड इन द प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ द अमाउंट यू आर गिविंग एज लोन. द इंटरेस्ट इज ऑल्सो डिवाइडेड अमंगस्ट बैंक्स, राइट? What else? Gunjan, give me the full form of ADR. मैं आपको बता दूंगा बट मेरे को तो ADR के 2-3 मतलब पता है. Give me the full form of what you want me to help you with. FD में इंटरेस्ट तब इंक्रीज होता है जब इकोनॉमी में इन्फ्लेशन कम होती है दोस्त, राइट? या इन्फ्लेशन बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है तब भी होता है. इन्फ्लेशन इंक्रीज होगी, इंटरेस्ट रेट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. बिकॉज द गवर्नमेंट वांट्स यू टू स्पेंड लेस देन. इन्फ्लेशन इतनी ज्यादा हो जाएगी, वो कहेगा पैसे सेव करो दोस्त. सेव कराने के लिए इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा देना पड़ेगा, राइट? What do you want me to explain, Gunjan? Zero down payment is जब आप कोई भी down payment नहीं देते हो, the entire amount you get as loan is called zero down payment mortgage. Okay, it is called zero down payment mortgage when you do not give a down payment at all. Adish, I'll come to that after call and put. वो आपको ज्यादा समझ आएगा, ठीक है? After call and put ना, आपको CTS and positive pay will be better understood after that example. I'll come to that. I have that in head. Be assured. Cool. Gunjan, ADR on American depository receipt, just like treasury bills in India, अमेरिका में American depository receipts होते हैं, ठीक है? जैसे इंडिया में treasury bills होते हैं, government bonds होते हैं, वैसे वहां पे ADR होता है, right? Awesome. Zero down payment mortgage is a loan given to buyer or mortgage to the buyer, which means it means आपने mortgage given to a buyer but does not make any down payment, which means buyer कौन है दोस्त? Buyer कौन है यहाँ पे लोन का? बताओ. The mortgage buyer borrows the amount at the entire purchase price, right? अब जनधन account के बारे में, if you would have studied about जनधन account, which is a very interesting financial concept जो सरकार लेके आई थी, which basically means that when you keep something mortgage, वो पूरी वैल्यू आपको मिल जाती है, राइट? सो आप जब गिरवी रखते हो ना कुछ, उसकी पूरी वैल्यू नहीं मिलती आपको, बट जनधन अकाउंट में उसकी पूरी वैल्यू का आपको लोन मिल जाता है, right? Which essentially converts into a zero down payment mortgage as well. So what happens is, let's say आपके पास एक घर है जो कि 20 लाख रुपए का है, right? You have a house which is for 20 lakhs. You go and keep your house as mortgage for an education loan, right? So the bank will say कि, see, your house is for 20 lakhs. I can only give you a loan for 10 lakh rupees. इसके ज़्यादा तो मैं नहीं दे सकता because mortgage ही 20 लाख का है, उसका 50% I can give. But in zero down payment mortgage or Jandhan accounts which the government is operating, आपको पूरे 20 लाख का लोन मिल जाएगा दोस्त, ठीक है? आपको पूरे 20 लाख रुपए का you will get that loan, which is an interesting concept from a finance perspective for a bank. कि अब यार बैंक का रिस्क बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है, but that is how government subsidize those things for rural or development areas, and for normal public, if this happens, the interest rates are very high. Okay, तब interest rate बहुत high होता है. और ये सब जो विजय माल्या केस और ये सब होता है ना, यहाँ पे ये सब होता है. What they do is they keep a mortgage, they take entire money, जो mortgage value है उसका पूरा पैसा ले लेते हैं, and then they run away, right? पूरा भरोसा दिला के भाग जाते हैं. ओके, Amazon एंड फ्लिपकार्ट लॉस में क्यों है? विल कम टू दैट. इसके बाद गप्पे मारनी है ना हमें, एक सवा घंटा, विल डू दैट उसमें. These are the questions. Let's get to the final last छोटा सा topic, which is other terminologies. Acquisition, we know, acquire करना. एक कंपनी दूसरी कंपनी को buy कर लेती है. It purchases, buys a company, takes over the other company. It's called acquisition. Bankruptcy क्या होता है? दिवालिया, right? आपका दिवालिया निकल गया, which means insolvency. When you do not have money to pay for your liabilities, it is called bankruptcy. When you do not have money to pay for your liabilities, it is called bankruptcy. What is bottom line? Bottom line का simple मतलब है net profits. Okay, bottom line means net profits. If someone says what is your bottom line, bottom line of the business क्या है? आप बोलोगे net profit 5 करोड़, 5%, 7%. net profit कितना है? Bottom line means net profits. Bottom line means net profits. Okay. Corporate governance क्या होता है? Now, every company has a corporate governance mechanism, which means because जो especially limited companies है, जिनके shares market में है ना, they need to have corporate governance because money of the general public is involved there, right? So SEBI, Companies Act, ये सब मिलके बोलते हैं that these companies should have a corporate governance council. They say that these companies should have a corporate governance council which is managed and headed by the board of directors. Okay, board of directors होता है, independent audit होता है इनका, इन companies का, reporting of the performance to the market, stock exchange, SEBI को बताते हैं. So corporate governance is essentially a mechanism within the company to ensure that no scams are being done, all practices are fair, ethics के साथ हो रहा है, empathy के साथ हो रहा है, everything is being done in the right way for the best benefit of the shareholders and investors of the company. उसके लिए एक corporate governance mechanism बनाया जाता है so that to ensure that everything is in line, no scams, unfair workings, unfair processes, unfair things are being done by the company because the money is involved of the general public and the investors. ठीक है, इसको बोलते हैं corporate governance. Cool. Which type of loan where the time and cash flows between a short-term loan and long-term is filled up? ज़ेबा अभी तो पढ़ा bridge financing, किधर ध्यान है? Absolutely, bankruptcy means कंगाल होना. If they give mortgage, then bank can take money. हाँ, absolutely, they can sell the mortgage and take money. If bank merges with another bank, will it be considered as acquisition? Yes, absolutely. Like Alabant and India Bank, that is right, there is acquisition. Okay, cool. What are joint products? Joint products, जैसे for example, joint products are the products टू और मोर सेपरेट इन द सेम कोर्स निकलते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब क्रूड ऑयल से आप पेट्रोल बनाते हो, व्हेन वी मेक पेट्रोल फ्रॉम क्रूड ऑयल, उसमें से वैसलीन भी निकलती है. ठीक है, जो वैसलीन आप लिप्स पे लगाते हैं, सर्दियां अभी विंटर्स आने वाली है, यू विल यूज वैसलीन, लिप बाम लगाओगे, वो सब जॉइंट प्रोडक्ट है क्रूड ऑयल का. व्हेन यू मेक क्रूड ऑयल, जहां पेट्रोल बन रहा है वहां पे जेली भी बनती है. इट्स कॉल्ड पेट्रोलियम जेली. अगर आप पढ़ोगे वैसलीन पे, इट्स रिटन पेट्रोलियम जेली, राइट? इट्स अ जॉइंट प्रोडक्ट, which means when two or more products are separated in the same course of processing, एक रॉ मटेरियल से ही दो चीजें निकल रही हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड जॉइंट प्रोडक्ट. फ्रॉम क्रूड ऑयल पेट्रोलियम भी निकल रहा है, पेट्रोलियम जेली भी निकल रही है, पेट्रोल भी निकल रहा है, लिप बाम भी निकल रहा है, उसको बोलते हैं जॉइंट प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट? बाय प्रोडक्ट्स आर वेस्ट मटेरियल्स. जो वेस्ट से कुछ नया बन रहा है, जो मेन प्रोडक्ट का वेस्ट मटेरियल है उससे कुछ नया बन रहा है, उसको बोलते हैं बाय प्रोडक्ट. इफ समथिंग न्यू इज like being produced from the waste or scrap of the main product, it is called a byproduct, right? Like molasses in sugar industry. Sugar industry में molasses निकलता है, right? जब आप चीनी बनाते हो, from sugar cane से आप चीनी बनाते हो तो उससे molasses निकलता है, and that molasses is basically a waste product of sugar. जब गन्ने से चीनी बनती है तो एक molasses निकलता है, वो एक waste होता है, उसको वो use नहीं करते, but molasses अपने आप में एक product बन जाता है जो which can be sold in the market. Right? It is called a byproduct, which is a scrap or a waste product, which is then essentially converted into a different product and sold in the market. उसको बोलते हैं byproduct. But from the same product, जब दो चीजें निकलती हैं, we call them joint product. We call them joint product. Okay? Cool. So ये गूगल कर लेना क्रूड ऑयल क्या है, और क्रूड के स्पेलिंग CRUDE होते हैं. ठीक है, ये तो पता होना चाहिए दोस्त यार. 20 साल का जीवन जी लिया क्रूड ऑयल, तो यू शुड नो. आशा, होलसेल की दुकान देखी आपने? वही होलसेल बैंकिंग होती है. बिजनेसेस को लोन देना, बिजनेस टू बिजनेस लोन देना इज कॉल्ड होलसेल बैंकिंग. ओके, आर बैंक्रप्सी एंड इंसॉल्वेंसी द सेम? यस, दे आर. प्रोप्राइटरी फॉर्म्स ऑफ बिजनेस, सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप एंड पार्टनरशिप, चैप्टर नंबर 1 पढ़ा हुआ है, मैं फिर से नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूं. Turn around. What is turn around? Turn around is a strategy of financial recovery. So if a company is going down, 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 loss, and then they start making money, start making profit, it is called turn around, right? Turn around is a financial recovery of a company which is there, which has been performing very poorly for a long period of time. Loss हो रहा है, एकदम से profit हो जाए, एकदम से they start making money. That is called turn around strategy, which is financial recovery. Cool. Triple bottom line. Okay, triple bottom line is profits, people, and planet. You remember in chapter number 1, we studied about sustainable businesses. We studied about businesses which are sustainable, which are looking after the people, which are looking after the planet and environment, while also making money. So bottom line ka matlab tha net profits. Bottom line was net profits. Triple bottom line is 3 things are important for the business: profits, people, and planet. Profits, people, and planet. Itna yaad rakho bas. Triple bottom line means people, profits, people, and planet. Taking care of all the 3 things is important for the business. Triple bottom line. Okay? Cool. Vision and mission हमको पता है. Vision is your future position. Mission is its objectives and how do you want to achieve your vision is your mission. Your vision is what you want to achieve. Your mission is how you want to achieve that. Okay? That is vision and mission. Very good. Call option, put option समझेंगे अब फटाफट से. I'll just look at the questions and then we go to call and put option और आपको समझ आ जाएगा. ठीक है, सूर्य तो 3 साल में पढ़ लेना क्रूड ऑयल क्या है. If you're 17 right now. Okay, जब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इंपोर्ट्स लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट कौन इशू करता है? लेटर ऑफ क्रेडिट उसको इशू करता है RBI. That's a good one, Saima. Clearing house is not clear. पढ़ा देंगे, not an issue. Essentially it is very technical. I तो completely feel वो होना ही नहीं चाहिए था syllabus में, because it's very technical. Clearing house and accepting house, ignore that for now. उसका stress लेके एग्जाम में मत जाना, अरे यही आएगा, नहीं आएगा, ठीक है? इतने टेंशन मत लो, क्लियरिंग हाउस एक्सेप्टिंग हाउस का नहीं पूछेंगे वो, इट्स वेरी टेक्निकल, आई कैन टेल यू दैट. ओके, as business cycle, what is Avinash पूरा क्वेश्चन क्या है? as milk industry, as business cycle तो नहीं, product cycle बोल सकते हैं. When you prepare for a product from waste of another product, it is byproduct. If you prepare two products from the same raw material, it is called joint product. That is right, Bhumika. Awesome. What is the difference between term insurance and insurance? Term insurance and insurance. Divyanshi, great question. इसके बाद आते हैं, right? What I'll do is, आपके question से पहले मैं फटाफट से call और put समझा देता हूँ, so that we can just focus on the chat questions, ठीक है? So that we can just focus on the chat questions. फटाफट से call और put option समझते हैं. Be very, very focused for the next 5 minutes. This concept needs to be cleared for your entire जिंदगी, ठीक है? Call और put option क्या होता है? फटाफट से समझते हैं, and then let's get into understanding what is call and put option. Okay, number one is call option. What is a call option? Let's take an example. Shruti wants to buy a house in Mumbai after 3 years, and she is expecting the price to rise by then. Shruti wants to buy a house in Mumbai आज से 3 साल बाद, and she knows कि price तब तक बढ़ जाएगा, ठीक है? So she calls up a real estate agent and says, look, I want to buy a house after 3 years, but I want an option. I want an option to buy after 3 years at 50 lakh rupees, ठीक है? Irrespective of what the price is at that time. आज की डेट में the price of the house is, let's say, 40 lakh rupees. Okay, आज 40 लाख रुपए का घर है, and she wants to buy it after 3 years, and she is expecting the price to be 60 lakh rupees. ध्यान से समझो. Today the price of the house is 40 lakhs. She wants to buy a house after 3 years, and she knows by then the price of the house will be 60 lakh rupees. So she calls up the real estate agent and says, listen, I want to buy a house after 3 years, but whatever the price is after 3 years, I will buy this house at 50 lakh rupees. Right? I want an option from you. I want an option from you to buy this house at 50 lakh rupees after 3 years, whatever the price is. 60 lakhs हो, 70 lakhs हो, या 30 lakhs हो, price गिर भी गया तो भी मैं 50 लाख में खरीदने का option चाहिए मुझे. Right? I want a call option, not an obligation to buy. Be very clear. It is an option to buy. Obligation ही है. जबरदस्ती कोई नहीं करेगा, खरीदना ही पड़ेगा. तो आपने बोला था नहीं. It is an option. Price बढ़ गया तो मैं नहीं खरीदूंगी. Right? अगर price 50 लाख से ऊपर है तो मैं नहीं खरीदूंगी. Right? She has an option. To get this, right? To get this, now what the agent says, वाह, सब कुछ आप ही कर लो, बढ़ेगा तो आपको खरीदना नहीं है. If the price becomes 60 lakhs, you will not buy. If it is 30 lakhs, तो भी आप नहीं खरीदोगे कि आपको तो 30 lakhs में मिल जाएगा, right? और अगर थोड़ा सा ऊपर नीचे हुआ, 50-55 का हुआ, ज्यादा का हुआ, तो आप में से 50 में खरीदोगे, right? Now she says, हाँ, obviously. That is why I'm asking for an option from you कि अगर 60 lakhs का हुआ तो मैं आपसे 50 में खरीदूंगी. अगर 30 lakhs का गिर गया तो मैं खरीदूंगी नहीं, क्योंकि मेरे को 30 lakhs में मिल जाएगा. Correct? So the real estate agent says, wow मैम, ये तो आप ओवर स्मार्ट हो रहे हो. ठीक है, I will give you this option. मैंने दिया आपको ये option, but इसके लिए you will have to pay me 1 lakh rupees right now. आज अभी मेरे को 1 लाख रुपए दो to buy this option from me. To buy this option from me, okay? To buy this option from me, that if the price increases to 60 lakhs, I will sell you at 50,000. But if the price falls below 40 lakhs, which is today's price, you will not buy from me. ये option खरीदने के लिए pay me 1 lakh rupees right now. This is call option. This is called call option. Now, after 3 years, After 3 years, she has the option to buy or not to buy the house. अब 3 साल complete हो गए. If she wants to buy a house, she will pay 50 lakhs and take the house, even if the house is for 65 lakhs then. ठीक है, अगर घर 65 lakhs का हुआ तो ये 50 लाख देके घर खरीद लेगी, इसको 15 लाख रुपए का गेन हो जाएगा. she will gain 15 lakhs benefit because the house was for 65 lakhs but she bought an option 3 years ago for 1 lakh rupee. 1 लाख रुपए देके she bought this option from the real estate agent कि प्राइस जो भी हो मैं 50 लाख का खरीदूंगा. he said okay, आज 1 लाख दे दो, मेरे से खरीद लेना जितने का भी हो, 50 लाख में दूंगा, प्राइस कुछ भी हो आज से 3 साल बाद. ओके, नाउ if the price remains at 40 lakhs, she will not buy. She will not buy, but she will lose 1 lakh rupees. जो 1 लाख रुपए उसने दिया था to buy this option, the agent will not return that 1 lakh rupee. The agent will not return that 1 lakh rupees, right? So she will buy the house at 40 lakhs now. She will not buy this 50 lakhs वाला option. बट वो प्रीमियम जा चुका है, वो खर्चा, द रिस्क शी हैज टेकन टू बाय दिस ऑप्शन ऑफ 1 लाख रुपीज, वो 1 लाख रुपए चला गया है. नाउ शी विल बाय द हाउस एट 40 लाख रुपीज. ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड कॉल ऑप्शन. This is called call option. Now, the essence of call option is if you are anticipating the prices to rise, if you are very optimistic, आपको लगता है prices बढ़ने वाले हैं, आज ही थोड़े से पैसे देके किसी को कम प्राइस में पटा लेता हूं, right? Which means when you're expecting the prices of a particular share, of a particular commodity, a particular property, आपको लग रहा है यार prices बहुत ज्यादा increase होने वाले हैं, let me give instant money to someone and patao them to sell me after some 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, whatever the period is. उतने टाइम बाद एक लोअर प्राइस पे मैं खरीदने का उनके साथ एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर लेता हूं. दैट इज कॉल्ड एन कॉल ऑप्शन. नाउ व्हाई वुड अ रियल एस्टेट एजेंट डू दैट? रियल एस्टेट एजेंट ऐसा क्यों करेगा? रियल एस्टेट एजेंट विल डू दैट बिकॉज द रियल एस्टेट एजेंट नोज प्राइस 50 लाख के नीचे ही रहने वाला है. Now Shruti thinks, right? This girl Shruti thinks कि ये 65-70 lakhs का हो जाएगा, आज ही 50 lakhs में let me book this. Okay. Real estate agent has more knowledge of the market. Real estate agent has more knowledge and he knows ये maximum 50 लाख का ही होगा या 50 लाख से नीचे का होगा, right? And he is happy to give you a deal. He says ठीक है खरीद लेना. Because he knows ये 50 लाख के ऊपर घर नहीं होगा 3 साल बाद. And he will earn 1 lakh rupees जो प्रीमियम ले रहा है 1 लाख रुपए. What he's taking 1 lakh from Shruti today, he will make that money because Shruti is not going to buy for 45 lakhs, right? वो तो 50 लाख का खरीदेगी. 45 अगर मार्केट है, मार्केट प्राइस इज 45, she is not going to come and buy from me at 50 lakhs. वो ये ऑप्शन नहीं एक्सरसाइज करेगी. शी विल नॉट एक्सरसाइज दिस ऑप्शन एंड आई विल मेक माई 1 लाख रुपीज हैप्पीली. ये रियल एस्टेट एजेंट के पास ज्यादा नॉलेज है. नाउ whenever the call and put options are done, the sellers of call and put option has more knowledge of the market. They are experts in market. They are mutual fund owners. They are bankers. They are treasury heads. They are super good, like राकेश झुनझुनवाला जैसे लोग होते हैं call and put buy sellers. ठीक है, जो आपको ये बेचते हैं ना ऑप्शन, ये extremely smart people of the market like राकेश झुनझुनवाला और Mr. दमानी, बड़े बड़े bankers. मुंबई में swanky, you see all these cars जो अपना Audi चला रहे हैं, Ferrari चला रहे हैं, BMW चला रहे हैं. All these are call and put option sellers क्योंकि उनको पता है मार्केट दोस्त इतने होने नहीं वाली है. ये छोटे बच्चे लोग कॉल ऑप्शन खरीद रहे हैं कि अरे मार्केट बढ़ जाएगी तो मैं तो सस्ता खरीद लेता हूँ. हाँ ले लो मेरे से, आ जाओ ले लो, खरीद लो, बिकॉज दे नो द मार्केट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी सो हाई प्राइस्ड इन नेक्स्ट 6 months or 3 months. They have more knowledge, so they sell all these options and they collect premium. और ये तो वापस भी नहीं देना है. And they make crores and crores of money through call and put options. Okay, now why she won't buy when it is for 40 lakhs? She will buy for 40 lakhs, but not from this real estate agent. she will buy for 40 lakhs, but not from this real estate agent, because with him the contract is for 50 lakhs. Okay? If she buys from him, he will sell for 50 lakhs because he has a contract of 50 lakhs now. But market price is 40 lakhs. She will go and buy from someone else, right? Inse nahi kharidegi, she will go and buy from someone else at 40 lakhs. This option is cancelled, but 1 lakh rupee she will not get refund, right? This is what a call option is. Isi ka ulta hai. Call option is when you're very optimistic that prices will rise. Put option is when you feel the prices will fall. Call option is when you expect the prices to rise. Put option is when you expect the prices to fall. जब आपको लगता है प्राइस गिर जाएगा, आज ही महंगा बेच देता हूं, आज ही महंगा बेच देता हूं, राइट? और आज ही महंगा सस्ता खरीद लेता हूं, right? Which means this. Let's look at the example now. Put option क्या होता है? Absolutely, बरकतुल्लाह, प्रीमियम लेके 3 साल से पहले किसी और को घर बेच देगा. That is his choice. That is his business model. Okay, let's understand put option. Mayank expects the price of share of Y Limited to fall. Currently, it is at 10 per share. 10 rupees per share is today's price, and Mayank feels कि ये price गिर जाएगा. ठीक है? So he buys a put option to buy 100 shares after 1 month at 9.5. At 9.5. ठीक है? वो क्या कर रहा है? What he's doing is he knows the prices will fall. आज ही गिरने से भी सस्ता खरीद लेता हूँ. जब prices गिरेंगे तब बेच दूंगा. ठीक है? For this he pays a premium of 50 rupees, which is 50 पैसे per share के हिसाब से उसने premium ले लिया to buy this option that when the prices will fall at 9.5, I will buy an option. I will buy 100 shares from you. अगर price 9.5 हो गया, if the price will become 9.5, then I will buy 100 shares from you. He buys this option from a put option seller. Okay. After 1 month, if the price of the share is 9 rupees, what will he do? He will not buy because price to up sirf 9 रह गया, and I have a contract of 9.5 rupees per share. I will not buy. 50 rupees मेरे refund नहीं होंगे. I lost 50 rupees. I lost 50 rupees. But if the price of the share is 11 rupees, अगर price बढ़ गया, now he will buy at 9.5 and sell at 11 rupees because market price 11 है. मेरा risk काम कर गया. I took a risk कि 9.5 रुपए का खरीदूंगा. Right? I took an option, 50 rupees मेरा expense आया ना, not a problem. I took a risk. If the price is 9.5, I will buy 100 shares. And today the price after 1 month is 11 rupees. And I can buy at 9.5. I have a put option. I can buy 9.5 pay. I will buy 100 shares at 9.5. Immediately sell them at 11 rupees. Immediately sell at 11 rupees. 150 rupees का profit कमा लिया मैंने. है ना मजेदार? This is what a put option is. This is how people make money in share market. Okay, this is what a put option is. With that, our entire syllabus is complete. With that, our entire syllabus for BCK is complete. We have another 40-45 minutes. Let's get to talk about what doubts you have. ये questions मैं करूँगा, एक बाद में करेंगे. If you want practice, last 5 minutes में I have that. But let's get to questions. Let's talk to you and understand what you want to know more from me. ठीक है? But isn't it obvious that price of the land appreciates? Not really. Not really, Smriti. कभी prices so okay, I'll tell you an example. Smriti, think about this. You buying a property in a locality where a lot of buildings are collapsing. बहुत पुरानी हो गई buildings, थोड़ा सा भी बारिश आती है building गिर जाती है. उस जगह के prices गिरेंगे या बढ़ेंगे? गिर जाएंगे, right? A lot of factors, बहुत सारे factors हैं. Now think about some of the properties जहाँ पे कुछ problem हो जाती है, right? Somewhere where there were riots हो गए किसी locality में, उनके prices, उनके property prices गिर जाते हैं, right? जहाँ पे कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाती है और some places become infamous for some notorious reasons, prices गिर जाते हैं वहाँ पे. वो भी तो होता है ना? Awesome. Call and put option is used in share market and intraday. That is right. If a real estate agent take premium and sell the house to other person before 3 years, then essentially ऐसा होता नहीं है because there is a contract. But if he does that, then Shruti can take that person to court कि देखो आपने contract किया था, अब आपने बेच दिया. I am taking you to court. You give me 50 lakh rupees cash now. ठीक है? She can take him to court. Awesome. I'm happy, Manvi, that the concept is clear to you. Cool. Difference between SIP and mutual fund. Saima, the difference between SIP and mutual fund is आपके पास एक थाली है, ठीक है? आपके पास एक थाली, you order a थाली in a restaurant and you have 7 सब्जीज and अचार, दही, रायता, पापड़, पूरी. ये म्यूचुअल फंड है. ये पूरा म्यूचुअल फंड है. इसमें से आप हर बार एक एक बाइट ले रहे हो. ये SIP है, systematic investment plan. Every 10 seconds you take a bite. This is SIP. Slowly, steadily, continuously you keep investing. Continuously you keep investing small amounts. That is SIP. But overall जो product जिसमें आप SIP कर रहे हो वो mutual fund है, right? एकदम different concept है. Cool. Input option, if the price is less, I will not buy. If the price is more, I will buy and sell at higher price. That is right, Bhumika. Simple. पैसा कमाने की स्कीम, 21 दिन में पैसा डबल. ये तो हेरा फेरी हो गई. What is strike price? Strike price is जो 50 लाख रुपीस का घर है वो strike price है. 9.5 rupees का share for Mayank is strike price. The price at which they will buy or not जो decide हो रहा है, that is called strike price. What is mass marketing? इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैच के टाइम अगर कोई एड आ रही है, दैट इज मास मार्केटिंग. दिवेश, यू कैन गो एंड रेफर टू पुट ऑप्शन अगेन. पूरा समझाया. लिसन टू दिस इन लूप. ठीक है, जो मैंने अभी समझाया है, दिस विल बी रिकॉर्डेड आफ्टर 1 hour. यूट्यूब पे मिल जाएगा आपको इंस्टेंटली यूट्यूब पे मिल जाएगा आपको, राइट? एंड यू कैन लिसन टू दिस इन लूप. I think this will help. It's the easiest form of explanation I could give you. Cool. Yes, Adish, I'm coming to that as well. You want to go to Mumbai for articleship? What should you do? You should go to Mumbai, find an articleship, start building network on LinkedIn, find people you want to do articleship under, or Big Fours. Big Four में आप मुंबई की openings आएंगी. Fill forms, sit for interviews, reach out to people who are in Big Four over LinkedIn, follow as many people as you can on LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn is going to help you a lot, especially chartered accountants for articleship and job. I got so many opportunities from LinkedIn and I can tell you it works. Reach out to people, start following people, write to people in messages, right? Be kind and write, thank you for your help. I want to reach out. This is what I want from you. This is what I'm looking for. I want your help. I want your support. I want your guidance. People are happy to help, right? Go on LinkedIn and do that. मुंबई चाहिए, चेन्नई चाहिए, कोलकाता चाहिए, दिल्ली चाहिए, गुड़गांव चाहिए, हर जगह का opportunities you'll find there. Okay. If the buyer of that house sell the house to another buyer, ये buyer क्या दोस्त? Not to sell the house to the real estate, then what happens? Gureen, what is buyer? Buyer या buyer? Another buyer and not to sell the house to real estate, then what happens? House to another buyer and not to sell the house. I did not get your question, Gurleen. एक बारी फिर से लिखोगे, please. In call options, a bullish seller is a bear, and in put option, it is opposite. You can say so. That is right. Saima, अभी तो पूरा समझाया put option. Adish, I'm coming to that. The CTS and positive pay. Because these are very old concepts, okay? These are there in our syllabus for sure. but these are really old concepts. क्योंकि इसमें क्या होता था, I'll tell you. जो अपना truncation system होता था ना पहले, it was used to be a lot of manual. अब पहले क्या है, अब तो check ही नहीं होता है, right? Now there is no check systems, there are no check transactions, there are no systems around check. Last time आपने कब देखा था अपने पेरेंट्स को check use करते हुए? I think school fees पहले check से जाती थी, वो भी अब ऑनलाइन होने लग गई थी, right? Earlier when you were in first or second standard or third fourth class में थे, तब checks जाते थे, अब तो check जाते भी नहीं है. Very old systems, essentially हमको पढ़ने की जरूरत भी नहीं है these things, because these things are now changed because of digital like economy. All digitization of money की वजह से all these concepts are just too old for us even to learn and remember, right? How is LinkedIn beneficial is basically, अभी तो बताया आपको, you'll find a lot of opportunities there, Sachin, right? Reach out to people, find what suits you, what people are doing. बहुत जबरदस्त connect up network बनाई है, so that it helps you to find what is good for you. आपको कहीं जाना है, EY में जाना है, KPMG जाना है, Deloitte में जाना है, right? Find people there. You want to go to an industry, you want to go to PepsiCo, you want to go to Flipkart, you want to go to Wipro, you want to go to like do an industrial training in JP Morgan, you want to do industrial training in Goldman Sachs, you want to do an industrial training in BCG. Find people who are doing that. They will guide, they will help you, right? आर्टिकलशिप ट्रेनिंग के लिए क्या ICA मुझे हेल्प नहीं करेगा? एसेंशियली देयर आर ग्रुप्स, बट इतने ज्यादा हेल्पफुल नहीं है वो, इन माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. What is more beneficial is reaching out to people who are there in those organizations currently. They are the most helpful. Okay, they are the best way you can go and get those opportunities, or visibility of the opportunities as well. Which companies are more advisable for articleship? Big Fours, mid-sized CA firms? Essentially, see, Diksha, my personal experience says, if you have or get an opportunity, or if you create an opportunity for yourself in the Big Fours, go for it. Your priority should be Big Fours, right? My personal experience. If you want to get into employment, to Big Four jana. If you want to do your own practice, if you have a practice background, go for a mediocre firm. ठीक है, but अगर आपको जॉब में आना है, you want to get into employment, undoubtedly आंखें बंद करके Big Four चले जाना दोस्त. Is it mandatory to be in Big Four if you want to get into investment banking? Yes. Yes, that is a criteria. Sure. My experience in articleship has been more into taxation. I've done audit, I've done taxation, I've done a lot of litigation, right? मैं बहुत ज़्यादा income tax officer से मिला हूँ. I have been across Delhi, across North India, right? For a lot of cases, I was more into litigation. Okay? I was more interested into making those documents, huge documents, and meeting those officers, IRS officers, joint commissioners of income tax. इन सब लोग से मैं मिलता था, मुझे तो बड़ा मजा आता था उसमें. This was my area of interest, so I did that. I have done bank audit also, I've done audits also, I have done stock audits also. जो भी मुझे मिलता था, I have done it from a mediocre firm, but I truly advise you to go for a Big Four if you have an opportunity. वो miss मत करना, ठीक है? I missed it, but you shouldn't miss that. गुंजन, पेस्टल में फंस गए हो? पेस्टल इज एनालिसिस ऑफ एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट, जो हमने पढ़ा था, पॉलिटिकल, एनवायरनमेंट, सोशल, टेक्नोलॉजिकल, इकोनॉमिक, इन सारे एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स के एनालिसिस को पेस्टल एनालिसिस बोलते हैं. ओके, यू हर्ड न्यूज अबाउट प्रिवेसी इश्यूज हैपनिंग ऑन लिंक्डइन. वो तो हर जगह हो रहे हैं, वो तो व्हाट्सएप पे भी हो रहे हैं, वो तो फेसबुक पे भी होते हैं, वो तो इंस्टाग्राम पे भी होते हैं. Like, you tell me on Instagram, how do you know if that is a real account or not? You cannot. 4 photos डली होंगी, एक profile picture होगी. You do not know who is behind that. I can put anyone's photo and create an account, right? वो तो हर जगह ही होगा दोस्त. Explain about Big Fours from the basic. Okay, so basically Big Fours in India are basically huge LLP partnership firms which are doing plethora, a variety of services in financial world, like audit, like in internal audit, statutory audit, financial due diligence hota hai. They do, then they have advisories, they have transaction advisory, which basically means mergers and acquisitions ho rahe hain, transfer pricing, taxation, GST, income tax, sab kuch dekhte hain Big Fours. So when I talk about Big Four, you should also know what kind of an articleship you want to do. Okay. Now I'll tell you some major heads. Articleship में Big Fours में आप लोग क्या क्या कर सकते हो. Number one is statutory audit, which is basically audit of the financial books, financial जो आपका पूरा financial books of accounts है, balance sheet, profit and loss account है, cash flow है. How is this being built? Whether it is as per the accounting standards, whether it is as per Companies Act, पूरा compliance है या नहीं, because it is being presented to the investors, the shareholders, the banks. बैंक से लोन लेने के लिए सब documents चाहिए. इस सब के audit को बोलते हैं statutory audit. Second is which is called internal audit. Internal audit क्या होता है? Internal audit is basically understanding processes. Not just financial processes, but every process of the company आप समझते हो, and then you give an advice कि इसको better कैसे कर सकते हैं, how you can better a particular process. For example, when you, let's say I am part of internal audit team, and my project, I am part of a Big Four. Let's say any Big Four, I am part of the internal audit. Article हूँ मैं internal audit में. मुझे काम क्या मिलेगा? मुझे एक project मिलेगा. Let's say हल्दीराम्स हमारा client है, ठीक है. तो हल्दीराम्स में हम 4-5 लोग की टीम from the Big Four will be sent as an internal auditor to understand the process of procurement of Haldiram's. Okay. Now Haldiram's has a revenue of 1,000 crores. It has 500 outlets in India. I'm just giving you an example. In 500 outlets में daily सामान trucks के through पहुंच रहा है. गोलगप्पे, टिक्की, आलू, तेल, सब्जी, प्याज, गोभी सब पहुंच रहा है उनके किचन में, right? कहाँ से पहुंच रहा है, क्या प्रोसेस है, वेयर इज द वेयर हाउस, हु इज द सेलर, किससे खरीद रहे हैं, क्वालिटी चेक कैसे हो रहा है, प्रोसेस क्या है, बिलिंग कैसे हो रही है, जीएसटी कैसे हो रहा है, इसमें पूरा कौन सा ट्रक है, ट्रक की सर्विस कौन प्रोवाइड करता है, व्हाट आर द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स विद द ट्रक, इंश्योरेंस है या नहीं है, कितनी जल्दी पहुंच रहा है, एवरी डे फ्रेश हो पा रहा है या 3 दिन बासी खाना पहुंचता है, सेम डे प्रोडक्शन है, हम डायरेक्टली किसी गांव से क्यों नहीं खरीद सकते, हमें मिडलमैन क्यों चाहिए, व्हाट आर द काइंड ऑफ मनी वी आर स्पेंडिंग ऑन द मिडलमैन, व्हाट आर काइंड ऑफ कस्टम ड्यूटीज, हमारे ट्रक्स कैसे जा रहे हैं, कोई ट्रक खराब हो गया तो हाउ डू वी कॉम्पनसेट. लेट्स से आपके शहर में 5 हल्दीराम है और 2 ट्रक्स आ रहे हैं फ्रॉम मुंबई टू पुणे सुबह आलू लेके, उन ट्रक्स का एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो क्या उस दिन हल्दीराम बंद रहेगा कि ट्रक नहीं पहुंचे तो आज तो हल्दीराम का स्टोर बंद है? ऐसा नहीं होता. इट डजंट हैपन लाइक दैट. सो व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस? हाउ आर दे कीपिंग 2 days का स्टॉक, 3 days का स्टॉक इन द रेफ्रिजरेटर्स, और हाउ इज द प्रोसेस? ये पूरा प्रोसेस समझ के, अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस ऑफ जस्ट प्रोक्योरमेंट. अभी तो सिर्फ प्रोक्योरमेंट की बात कर रहा हूँ, सोचो कितने सारे प्रोसेसेस होंगे विद इन हल्दीराम्स, विच इज HR, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, फूड क्वालिटी, देन सर्टिफिकेशन, सेल्स, प्रोडक्ट डिजाइनिंग, रियल एस्टेट खरीदना, रेंटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, डिजाइनिंग ऑफ द फूड, न्यू थिंग्स, क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट, मार्केटिंग, कितना कुछ होगा, राइट? मैं सिर्फ प्रोक्योरमेंट की बात कर रहा हूँ एज वन प्रोसेस. इसका ऑडिट करना टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द प्रोसेस इज, हाउ कैन दिस बी मेड बेटर, ये है इंटरनल ऑडिट का काम. एंड दिस इज वेयर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स आर हायर्ड. दिस इज वेयर, बिकॉज यू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोसेस, यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग द बिजनेस, एंड दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस इन इंटरनल ऑडिट. एंड इट इज अ सुपर इंटरेस्टिंग. इफ यू लाइक ट्रैवलिंग, ओके, इफ यू लाइक ट्रैवलिंग, आपको बहुत ज्यादा घूमना पसंद है, गो फॉर इंटरनल ऑडिट. आपको पूरी दुनिया घुमा देगा इंटरनल ऑडिट, राइट? But it is not very financial job. Processes की job है, technical job है, right? It is not more finances आपके पास ज़्यादा नहीं आएंगे कि balance sheet numbers, finances, money. It is more on processes. ये कैसे होता है? Process क्या है? Flow क्या है? Right? Who is doing what? And then finding how do we make it better. उसको बोलते हैं internal audit. Okay. Then there is something called as due diligence. Now, due diligence क्या होता है? Due diligence and transaction advisory are almost the same. जिसमें क्या होता है? Due diligence is basically, let's say, for example, Bata, which is a shoemaker, is buying another company which is Relaxo. मैं example दे रहा हूँ ऐसा, just an example. Bata is buying Relaxo. So they will call up some big four and say, "Ki, boss, I want your services for due diligence," which means please check if Relaxo is doing business fair. उनकी बैलेंस शीट, उनके प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, उनके एक्सपेंसेस, उनके कंप्लायंस, उनके टैक्सेशन, सब कुछ सही है या नहीं है. घपला तो नहीं कर रहे कोई इंटरनल कंपनी में. ये प्लीज चेक करके मुझे बता दो, बिकॉज आई एम प्लानिंग टू बाय रिलैक्सो. बाटा विल हायर अ बिग फोर. नाउ दिस बिग फोर, बी इट EY, KPMG, Deloitte, एनीवन, राइट, PwC, कोई भी है, जहां पे आप आर्टिकलशिप कर रहे हो या जॉब भी कर रहे हो, इट इज सेम. आर्टिकलशिप, जॉब, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, टीम ऑफ दीज 5-6 people will go and check the books of Relaxo, right? They will sit down with Relaxo, understand their systems, and then come back and tell you ki ha, everything is fine, you can go and do the transaction, you can go and buy Relaxo, their books, their processes, everything is fine and fair. They're a really good company in terms of processes and financial standing. Koi ghapla nahi ho raha, humne sab kuch check kar liya hai. That is due diligence. Due diligence, खतरे से बचा रहे हैं किसी और कंपनी को which is going to buy. राइट शादी से पहले पंडित जी बताते ना ये घर में ऐसा अच्छा है, यू आर द पंडित जी, दैट इज ड्यू डिलिजेंस. ओके, कूल. Sure, Balasan, I'm trying to do a maximum English to explain that. Now, there are other things like taxation, income tax. We know what income tax is. High net worth individual companies ki ITR, which is income tax returns, are being filed. GST filings, GST compliance, GST everything. All this is also done by Big Four. So there are a couple of things what you do in your articleship or jobs when you go to Big Fours. Big clients, big travel opportunities, great exposure, professionalism. You learn a lot of new softwares. You learn a lot of things around how to sit in a huge MNC on the 21st floor of a building. How do you sit and work with so smart people? Even if not smart, they are general people only. वो हवाबाजी होती है that you're sitting in a कांच की building, but yes, you learn a lot of things, how to deal with people. You will meet a lot of people from different standing. अभी तक हम लोग बहुत ही छुपे छुपे घर में रहते हैं, right? We just meet our friends who are really good to us. We meet our parents who are really good to us. When you go to an office, when everyone is competing, right, where everyone is competing, तब समझ आता है दोस्त कि how do you handle people, how do you like talk to people, how do you tackle people. वो सीखना बड़ा मजेदार है, right? Tax audit is just a part of income tax, right? There is a compliance for tax audit in income tax, and that is what Big Four is. Income tax में cover हो जाता है वो, right? Awesome. I'm happy, Diksha, you have seen my video on YouTube as well. I made that, I think, an year ago. एक साल पहले बनाया था जोश में, उसके बाद नहीं बनाया. We have done MCQs, Bibu, right? Chapter 1, 2, 3 का तो मैंने रिविजन किया था. Chapter 4 के साथ साथ करवाए थे. Chapter 5 के I did a lot of MCQs. Chapter 6 तो टर्मिनोलॉजी है दोस्त, इसमें MCQ का कोई सेंस नहीं बनेगा वैसे आपको. I have done MCQs for all the chapters in abundance. I know that I prepared those and I know that I've done that. Cool. Let's quickly see at the questions. I think I'm missing. Got it. Which type of people you should find? The companies you want to work with. Okay. Simple way, Surya, to find people is, Surya's question is that. Cool. So the question, how do you find people? Find out the companies you want to work for. Usme jaake people dekho. People mein you will see people in work who have studied from ICAI. Go and connect with them. Simple है, ठीक है. सारे CAs उस कंपनी के आपको दिख जाएंगे. अब वहां जाके उनको फॉलो कर लो. आर्टिकलशिप के लिए कंप्यूटर कोर्स करना पड़ता है. नॉट नेसेसरली ज्योति, आर्टिकलशिप वाले सिखा देते कंप्यूटर आपको कोर्स करने की जरूरत नहीं है. शुरू के 3 महीने आप स्ट्रगल करोगे, उसके बाद आप खुद कंप्यूटर सीख जाओगे. Can I do 1.5 years training in CA firms and rest training in any other company? You can, which is called industrial training. Very less opportunities, but if you get that, grab that with both hands. Okay, grab that with both hands. Industrial training. Cool. You love to travel, so there is opportunity to get such types of experience in sea and articleship for sure, man. You can travel the entire country. You can even go overseas, Dubai, Singapore. सब लोग भेज रहे हैं लोगों को. A lot of my friends have been there. मैंने नहीं किया इंटरनल ऑडिट, तो मैं नहीं घूमा इतना ज्यादा. मैं खुद के पैसे खर्च करके घूमा. बट ठीक है. You should give your exam in November only, intermediate का. जून में दे सकते हो दोस्त, but preparation हो जाए तो दे दो if you're confident. I can't comment on that. Depends on your preparation. Self-help groups also consist of men. That is right, Devesh. Essentially more focused on women, but self-help groups men के भी होते हैं. Okay. Darshan, what am I doing at present? I am teaching my last class. Yes, Saima, you can find me on all the social medias. मैं तो हर जगह हूँ. I'm very Vela. Turnover and revenue from operations same. That is right. Yes. Big Four के लिए marks कितने जरूरी हैं? ज्योति, essentially, I'll be honest with you. Big Fours का first criteria is first attempt. ठीक है? वो लोग सबसे पहले shortlist करते हैं first attempts को, and if they need more people, then they go to the second attempts. Marks ज्यादा matter नहीं करते हैं. Attempts वो लोग देखते हैं. Honestly बता रहा हूँ आपको. देखते हैं वो लोग. Okay? Can we do articleship in Google? नहीं मान भी. I've never heard someone doing articleship in Google. Google को CA ज्यादा चाहिए नहीं वैसे, honestly. I tried applying in Google. मेरे को तो rejection आ गया था. They said they want more of MBA finance. CA बहुत कम है Google में. They generally hire MBA finance, which is a company policy, which is fine. उनकी मर्जी दोस्त, उनकी कंपनी है. Do we need to do computer courses before getting into articleship? No, Sachin. Articleship वाले सिखा देंगे आपको. And that is what I told again कि first 3 months might be a struggle, but you will on the job learn everything. Okay. Do we face problems in getting a job if you do articleship from a mid-sized firm? Essentially, I would say no. Problem नहीं आती है, right? But the opportunities are fairly 10-20% less. ठीक है? From personal experience, I'm telling you. Sure, Diksha. See, even if you're from a small place, essentially, if you can convince your parents, go for a big four. If not, you would be fine. Opportunities 10-20% कम होंगी, right? But ऐसा नहीं होगा कि कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा, right? You will get really. I've done from a mid-sized firm. ठीक है? मेरे को तो ठीक ठाक नौकरी मिल गई दोस्त. Sure, but since I'm trying to do everything in English, I'm using both the things. That is why it takes so much time. I explain in Hindi and then in English. ये फिर से repeat हो गए क्या? I think my chat goes एकदम से ऊपर and I start answering the old questions, which is funny. Okay, where was I? Can I quit my degree after getting articleship? Why do you want to quit your degree, दोस्त? Deepika, why do you want to quit your degree? Complete करो ना उसको भी. Which city is the best for articleship in Big Fours? All of them. Bangalore, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Kolkata. Kolkata में थोड़ा सा कम होता है. But Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Pune, super good opportunities everywhere. Because you'll find me. I'm there on all the social media channels. You can find me everywhere. Azura, I made a channel इसी नाम मेरे नाम से, but कुछ ज़्यादा उसमें मिलेगा नहीं. You won't find any masala there. Awesome, that's right, Dipesh. You are a science student. It's going to be fantastic journey. मजा आने वाला है. You'll have a lot of fun doing CA. Okay. Darshan, connect with me on LinkedIn and you will get to know everything about me. कहाँ से मैंने क्या जॉब की, किधर आर्टिकलशिप करी, what all social work and what all CSR things I've done, what all extracurricular I've done. Connect with me on LinkedIn, you'll find everything. I've written everything in detail somehow. इतना टाइम है मेरे पास, मैंने वहाँ पे सब कुछ डिटेल में लिखा हुआ है. Intermediate attempts or foundation, both. Big Fours look at both the attempts. क्या एज सीए में बैंकिंग का सब पढ़ते हैं इन ऑल बैंकिंग सिस्टम्स? क्या आगे सीए में? नहीं. इट्स वेरी वेरी मिनिमल इन बैंकिंग यार. ऐसे इन डेप्थ बैंकिंग नहीं पढ़ते हम लोग. बिग फोर के लिए एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन जरूरी है? यस अरुण, यस. थोड़ी सी दे have those criterias. When are we supposed to start articleship? Essentially, after you complete your intermediate. Okay, there's a question from Sagar, SLR, CRR to funding government institutions, then what will happen if RBI reave money to customers? तो कुछ नहीं होगा, कस्टमर्स को तो कहीं दे रहे हैं, नाबार्ड को दे दिया, वो नाबार्ड को दे रही है. और if such a situation happens, the government will sell the gold and give money to the customers, those, right? If something very bad happens, then the government will sell all its gold and give money to the customers. ऐसा होता नहीं है, but worst case scenario ऐसा है. Okay. Is it necessary to do integral training before articleship? What is integral training, दोस्त? Integral training क्या होता है? Explain. Is BCom zaruri for Big Four? No, it is not mandatory. It is recommended, but not at all mandatory. Okay. Sam, I graduated from Delhi University. Luckily, got good marks. तुक्के लग गए मेरे. Right. I was lucky enough to score good. Big Fours in Punjab, I'm not sure. I've never heard of great opportunities in Big Fours in Chandigarh, probably, or Amritsar, but there will be. There will be. I think Big Fours in Gurgaon send people to Punjab for travel work, right? Is what I have heard from friends. Cool. Okay. Is it useful to learn company's product name? You're talking from chapter number 3. Yes, Devesh. It is useful for sure. Aage questions that you can answer. Sana, my season is very simple. I did my articleship from Delhi. Then I completed my finals. I was lucky enough to complete it in first attempt. Ho gaya mera. And then I got placed in Wipro through ICI campus. Okay. ICI, after you complete your once you become a chartered accountant, there is ICI campus for jobs for new CAs. And I got placed in Wipro in Bangalore. Okay. So I went to Bangalore for 2.5-3 years. And I worked in Wipro and I got that my first job from ICI campus, and it was amazing. It was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity and experience. First time going out of house, living in a different city altogether, making friends from all over the country. I have friends now from every state in India, right? I know people, I talk to people from every state in India. So it was a great thing. From that point of view, once you become a chartered accountant, try getting into the ICI campus, try getting shortlisted for that. Probably once you are an intermediate, we can talk more about that. Should you prepare? How should you make your resume? Extracurriculars karo dost, okay? I can give you something that not a lot of people in chartered accountancy will tell you. Try doing a lot of extracurricular work as well, okay? CA में वो मिलता नहीं क्योंकि there is no college feel. But if you're going to a college, or even if you're not going to a college, get your hands on with some NGO, right? Try to do some social work, try to do some extracurricular, right? Start playing something, right? कुछ सीखना शुरू करो, तबला सीखो, गिटार सीखो, start learning some Casio, piano, ढोलक, जो भी मन है, right? It actually helps you in creating opportunities, because now think about this, okay? I'll tell you from an experience, even when I have given interviews or even when I've taken interviews, what people lack or what people have extra from others is a curious personality, okay? Now think about this, ek interviewer hai. I'm getting a little off from the topic, but I think this is important for you. For any interviews, be it any interview, think from an interviewer's perspective. वो बैठ के 10 लोगों से daily they are talking and they want to be interested in you, okay? They want to know something interesting about you. Everyone is coming and giving them the technical answers. So this is the accounting standard. This is the auditing standard. This is what I did in articleship. This is what I did. This is how I did. This is my team. ये company, वो काम करे, ठीक है दोस्त, वो तो सब कर लेंगे. What is that extra in you? What is that extra thing that excites me to know more about you, right? Try building that in your personality. Try building something that I've learned this, I know this, right? For example, I've learned German. I have learned guitar. I know how to play a guitar. I know how to, I've played my in school days. I was the school captain for cricket. I have played tennis. I was the school winner in tennis. Create those things, right? I know how to play a tabla. I know how to swim. I am a swimmer. I do this. I go cycling in the morning with friends. We do 20 kilometers one side cycling every day. Create something in your personality, right? It helps. Even if it feels fake, I'll be very honest with you. Okay? I'll be very honest. Even if it feels fake that you're doing this for an interview, for some opportunity, मन से नहीं हो रहा है, right? Still it will help you. Still it is going to help you. Even if you do not feel यार ये मेरे को नहीं करना है, but ये personality building के लिए मुझे करना पड़ रहा है, do it. Still do it. It helps, right? That is what I can tell you from more of articleship and interview perspective as well. Make your personality a little interesting, right? It is not just about being funny. It is not just about being like studious or kind. वो सब लोग हो जाएंगे. What is that one thing or the 2-3 things, whatever it is, that wants me to know more about you, right? That is how you should build your personality. That is what you should show in interviews as well. टेक्निकल दोस्त सब कर लेंगे, 4 दिन 5 दिन में सब लोग लैपटॉप चलाना सीख लेंगे, सब लोग को काम आ जाएगा. इफ आई टेल यू दिस इज हाउ इट इज डन, यू विल डू इट. यू स्मार्ट इनफ, राइट? But what is that extra thing beyond work? What you do is what is going to create things for you, right? Awesome, Dibesh. You want to do modeling? That is fantastic, right? You want to go into modeling? That is fantastic. That is so good, right? It creates interest that I want to know more about Dibesh. मुझे और जानना है दिवेश, कहाँ मॉडलिंग करनी है, कैसी मॉडलिंग करनी है, क्या पसंद है, किसको फॉलो करते हो. I'll start talking more to you, right? And that creates a way for you to crack interviews. Okay, cool. Let's see what more questions do I have. Can we do articleship in banking sector? नहीं, industrial training कर सकते हो, articleship नहीं कर सकते हो. Cool, okay. CA के साथ और भी कुछ किया था. I did BCom. I am graduate from Delhi University. Okay, Big Four in Delhi, yes. गुड़गांव, दिल्ली में नहीं है, गुड़गांव में है. I did my articleship with my college. Okay, so I could manage that. I patawed my teachers and I could manage. So good for me. You're planning to do eco honors from SOL along with CA. Is it a good decision or should I do BCom honors? Go for BCom honors, Manvi. Eco honors बहुत hectic है, match नहीं करेगा syllabus. BCom honors का 50% आपको CA में almost cover हो जाएगा. Go for BCom honors. My suggestion, but आपका जो मन है वो करना. This is my just suggestion, okay? Which one sends overseas? All of them sends, but internal audit में ज़्यादा chances होते हैं. You're from Bangalore, Sana? Awesome. Good to know that. I've been to Bangalore for 3 years. मैं तो almost पूरा Bangalore घूमा. Have I been to Siliguri? I have been to Siliguri once when I was in 5th standard, I think. बहुत छोटा था when I've been to Siliguri. I've been to Gangtok. I've seen those lottery tickets, right? I've been there. Darjeeling, Gangtok. I've been to Gangtok. I've been to Siliguri, Smriti. But बहुत पहले. But I still remember those places. वो सिलीगुड़ी और गैंगटॉक में तो आपके रोड के ऊपर क्लाउड्स आ जाते हैं. I remember that. वहाँ पे इतना रात शाम को there are clouds on the roads, right? I remember that. Sanjita, after foundation, I gave my intermediate and then I started with articleship, my training, right? It is good doing BCom from IGNOU within 1 year ICA collaboration. I've never heard, Dibesh, honestly, not many people in my friend circle have done that. Most of them have done either SOL or they have done regular college. So I'm not very sure. Honestly, मेरे को ज़्यादा उसका पता नहीं है if that is beneficial or not, if that value adds value or not. But हाँ, SOL and DU does add value. This I know. So take your decision after you talk to some people who have done from IGNOU. I don't have much knowledge on that, boss. Okay. I don't use Twitter. यार ये आपने अच्छा पूछा. All social media बोला, but I don't use Twitter. मेरे को तो समझ ही नहीं आता. Integrated course on information technology. Oh, okay, got it. You're talking about the IT that we do. IT course, MCS करके हो गया हमारा. Soft skills and necessary to do before articleship. I think there is a timeline now, right? There is a well set timeline in the course when it is to be done, from where it is to be done. So follow that, right? Either before articleship भी कर सकते हैं, after भी कर सकते हैं. वो timeline होता है. वो एक बारी जरूर देखना. It has changed from previous is what I remember, but ठीक है, एक बारी check that. After becoming senior, what would the minimum and maximum salary? Bala Sanjana, I can give you high level numbers. Minimum salaries or the average, I will not say minimum, average starts from 6-7 lakhs per annum, and the maximum which rank holders get is almost 18-19 lakhs, okay, or even more. 20-21 lakhs bhi milte hain to rank holders, the top 5 rank holders, but the bare minimum is 6-7 lakhs, average is 8-9 lakhs, and it goes up till 20 lakhs, okay, which is fairly good. But given inflation, ये बढ़ना चाहिए ना? I know. लालच बुरी बला है. Oh, that's great, Dipesh. I'm happy you know who to follow, the right people, right? Kushi, difference between industrial training and articleship. देखो, industrial training you do in some big MNC or industry, right? जैसे मान लो आप HUL में industrial training कर सकते हो. You can do industrial training in PepsiCo. You can do industrial training in Wipro, which is basically in the final year of your articleship, you can go to an industry and work in an industry and experience that. That is called industrial training. That's great, Adesh. I'm happy that you had a great time here. You want to do MBA? Is it good for me as I haven't taken admission in college? Shaima, CA के बाद MBA कर लेना. Helps a lot. Helps a lot. But CA के 2-3 CA complete करने के 2 साल बाद MBA कर लोगे, life change हो जाएगा. सचिन, I've been to उत्तराखंड. उत्तराखंड कौन नहीं आया दोस्त? उत्तराखंड तो पूरा इंडिया घूमा हुआ है. Can I quit my degree after getting articleship? Deepika, don't quit your degrees, right? Complete those if you can. Don't quit your study, किसी भी type की. उसको साथ में रखो as much as you can handle. थोड़ा सा it will be difficult, but do that, complete that. Awesome, Saima, you're from Siliguri. Good to know that. You're doing BCom with CA and 40-50% is similar. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying, Diksha, right? BCom almost same हो जाता है. काफी कुछ cover हो जाता है. That's great. Your mother's family lives there, Smriti. Good to know that. Kushi, you want to travel a lot? Maybe join internal audit. You will get to travel a lot, but याद रखना, travel is not easy. But it's really fun if you like it, but it is not easy. आपको ऐसे वो luxury business class में नहीं भेजेंगे, बस ये याद रखना. And you won't be living in 5 stars. You will be living in good hotels. But ऐसे luxury नहीं होगा कि आप घूमते जा रहे हो, आप काम करने जाओगे. Even if you're going to Paris, आप पेरिस में 6 दिन काम करोगे, ठीक है? सुबह 8 बजे से शाम को 8 बजे तक. हाँ, रात को घूम सकते हो या सैटरडे संडे घूम सकते हो, बट 5 दिन काम करोगे. इट्स नॉट अ वेकेशन, इट्स अ जॉब. बट ठीक है, फ्री में है, पैसे मिल रहे हैं घूमने के, और क्या चाहिए. Yes, Darshan, I teach strategic management at intermediate. So I'm waiting for all of you to clear your exams, and I want to see you in intermediate. Whenever you clear the exams and come to intermediate strategic management classes, I take those classes. Those are going to be in March. March mein wo classes hain. I'll be taking strategic management in March 2023. So I'll wait for you. Come and join. Give me a hello. Give me a heads up. You're coming from foundation. I'll be happy to see you there, right? Awesome, Adish. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Good to see you. अब जा रहे हैं क्या अभी? I'll wait for 5-10 minutes more and then I'll wrap up the session. How much money we will get in our articleship training really depends, Surya. I can't comment on that. डिपेंड करता है कहाँ कर रहे हो. Amul articleship के लिए कैसे है? Oh, if you can get an industrial training in Amul, those I would go for it. It's a great organization, great learning would be there. लर्निंग के लिए टाइम कैसे सेव करें लिकेश? व्हाट यू कैन डू इज थोड़ा सा इंस्टाग्राम कम कर दो अपने. मेरे हिसाब से तो माई स्क्रीन टाइम दोस्त, ऑनेस्टली आई एम टेलिंग यू, मेरा स्क्रीन टाइम इज 8 to 9 hours ऑन फोन, विच इज ह्यूज. 8 घंटे में फोन पे होता हूँ. मेरे को तो खुद शर्म आ जाती है दोस्त. एंड आई थिंक इफ यू, अगर आप स्क्रीन टाइम देखो अपना ऑन योर फोन, अगर वो 4-5 घंटे से ज्यादा, तो बॉस यू आर इन ट्रबल. आई एम तो इन ट्रबल. Industrial training is compulsory for CA practice. Is it right? No, nothing is compulsory. Okay, Divesh, your sister, you have questions from your sister also. Okay, your sister is doing BBA. What is doing good after BBA? CFA or MBA? Go for MBA. You want to open your own office after becoming CA? All the best. Call me and I'll be your client. Okay. You can earn billions, Saima, you can. Give me a call, I'll be your first client. Awesome, awesome, Kushi. Catch me on social media. Good to be connected there. Manvi, I'm also waiting eagerly for you guys to come to intermediate. I just explained Likesh internal audit में क्या होता है. शायद आप लेट आए हो. पूरा एक्सप्लेन किया मैंने 15 मिनट. How do I travel with job? Saturday Sunday दोस्त, Saturday Sunday निकल जाओ. Work from home, taking calls on phone. थोड़ा सा बदतमीजी करना पड़ता है, but हो जाता है, right? You don't want to be the best employee in the company if you want to enjoy your life a little bit. ये भी सीखने मिलता है. Sure, Kushi, I think you can give that. Same here, Smithy. Waiting for all of you guys to be in intermediate. Great, Jyoti, great. Happy that all your doubts and all your queries are clear. Don't miss me. See me in intermediate, right? There's no need to miss me. You can see me. Clear your examinations, study hard, clear this in one go. It's a simple paper. It's a simple examination. बस confidence रखना. बहुत ज़्यादा marketing करके CA को tough बना दिया है. It's a simple paper. Just be confident. Okay. Simple in terms of volume बहुत ज़्यादा है. I know the volume in chartered accountancy is huge, but the syllabus is relatively okay. इतना कोई technical tough syllabus नहीं है, but volume बहुत ज़्यादा है. इसीलिए we all struggle, right? So just focus on covering maximum that you can. Be confident and you'll be good. Okay. RIL, Tata and Adani companies for articleship. बहुत सही आदेश. If you can get your opportunity there, if you have an opportunity there, if you know someone there, get into these companies. My preference will be सबसे पहले टाटा में apply करना. Tata is one of the best companies to work for. Right. Simon, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I think that is where I can help you. I'm very active there. If you have any doubts, any questions, for all of you, not just her, all of you, and start building yourself. Just write my name Surya there. You'll find me. मेरी शक्ल लगी हुई है उसके ऊपर, वहां पे दिख जाऊंगा मैं. सेम शक्ल, यही शक्ल है. मतलब ऐसे कोई दाढ़ी वाड़ी नहीं रखी है मैंने उसमें. So almost same शक्ल. You'll get to see that. Divesh, you can find me there as well. Search my name, you'll find me. How to study law? Deepika, I had this question, I think in the last session as well. Law पढ़ने का simple तरीका बताऊं, how I used to do that. मैं तो सिर्फ those past year question papers, study material questions, RTP mock test के question papers. I to never studied study material. I just solved the questions. I just read all the questions and I could score decent marks. Not a strategy I would recommend. If you want to study the syllabus, you should study the syllabus. But मेरे को तो बहुत डर लगता था law से. So I just used to solve. I just used to write answers. खुद handwritten answers लिखता था and I could just learn law from that. कि अच्छा ऐसे answer लिखना है. The technique to pass law is you should learn to write the answer. आंसर लिखना आ जाएगा, लॉ पास हो जाओगे. और उसके लिए यू हैव टू स्टडी अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स. आई यूज्ड टू डू दैट, हेल्प्ड मी अ लॉट. दैट इज व्हाट आई कैन टेल यू फॉर लॉ. एसएम एक्सक्लूडेड तो नहीं है इंटर से दोस्त, इतनी तो बेइज्जती मत करो हमारी. एसएम इज देयर इन इंटर. Great, great, Diksha. Happy that all questions are clear. Thanks, Kirti. Is Deloitte good for articleship? Zeba, yes, absolutely. You're getting an opportunity, घुस जाओ Deloitte में. CA फाउंडेशन का पेपर टफ आता है या सिंपल? ठीक ठीक आता है, मीडियम. ना टफ ना इजी, इट्स अ मीडियम पेपर. राइट? Any more questions? Any more doubts? Last 5 minutes. Let's spend last 5 minutes. थोड़ा सा ऊपर जा रहा है, I know, but it's the last session. I'll just take 5 more minutes from you guys. Think about any questions, any confusions that you have. Otherwise, let's connect. Anay Sanchita, just write down my name without space. You will find that. You can figure out I am there, right? Just write down my full name without space. मिल जाना चाहिए. Even on LinkedIn, let's follow. Like any doubts, reach out to me there. I'll be happy to help. You wanted to become a lawyer, now you hate law. Welcome to the world of law. How did I pass in one go, Simon? I was just lucky enough. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm not very studious. मैं तो जितना पढ़ के जाता उतना आ जाता था. Awesome, Sachin. Cool. Thank you to everyone who is saying thank you. A big thank you to all of you guys, right? A big thank you to all of you who have joined in and who have been active on the questions, right? Who have asked their questions, who have been there on the chat active, right? Cool. Thank you. And you're okay, Siddhant. Wonderful and interactive session. Awesome, Siddhant. मैं तो wait कर रहा हूँ to see you in intermediate as well. I'll be happy. March में sessions है. I want all of you to come meet me in March in strategic management sessions. मजा आएगा. एक level ऊपर चल के बात करेंगे, थोड़ा और technical बात करेंगे. More examples, more fun, right? What else? What were your job skills? Bala Sanjana, go follow me in LinkedIn. मैंने सब I have written in detail, right? You go and if you look at my profile in LinkedIn, मैंने बहुत detail में लिखा. That can help you build your resume as well. I think so. मेरी तरफ से तो मैंने अपना लिखा है, but I think if that can help, that is good. How to get more command and vocabulary and language? Start reading थोड़ा सा newspaper और web series देखो थोड़ी सी with subtitles. आ जाएगा दोस्त. Stress नहीं लेना है, enjoy करना है. ठीक है? Cool. Let's wrap up and thank you for everyone who has been active. Wonderful sessions. I wish you the best for examinations. Do well, right? Make yourselves proud. Easy paper है, ज़्यादा stress नहीं लेना. I'm very confident for you guys. हम लोग ने सब कुछ cover किया है. We've done a lot of questions. Do not forget to practice questions. I am there. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I can answer, or I'm very active there. Ping me there, right? Ask me questions you want to. Anything help you want there, कुछ भी हो, let me know. I can help you there. Cool. I wish you all the very best, right? And there are a few questions. I'll answer that. I don't want to go any question unanswered. But to all of those who have said a thank you, who want to leave, I know it's over time. Thank you, big thank you, and the best of luck to all of you. 2-3 questions हैं, वो solve करके जाऊंगा, खाली नहीं छोड़ना है मुझे, okay? Niche marketing, Ardhendu फिर से आप लेटो, but ठीक है, I'll explain. The niche marketing is marketing to a very close-knit group of people, right? बहुत ही specific लोगों को marketing करके हमें अपना सामान बेचना है. We want to sell our products to a very close-knit group of customers. That is called niche marketing, okay? Cool. All the best to all of you. More power, more confidence. एकदम go in the exam hall without any stress. It's just an examination, दोस्त. आपको सब आता है. You know everything, right? Don't be stressed and give your best. I will see you in intermediate now, right? In March, I'm waiting to see all of you in March. Let's study strategic management together and let's become chartered accountants in the next 3-4 years, right? With that, thank you for all of you who have joined in, who have been active. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in intermediate. No need to miss me, right? Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Do well. Make yourselves proud. Thanks.